A second,
Not
wait,
here.
wait till it comes up on the stream. I think everyone can
I'll
hear
wait.
us whispering right now anyway.
Shh. Have you got music up?
Yeah.
Out of curiosity.
Wait, really though.
I can see it now.
My back really hurts.
Have wait a few seconds to play. We'll just slide on. We'll all slide on. Jake will slide on first with his brows like that. No, is yours a roller chair, Fosa?
Yes.
We'll do a
Ow, my back. Oh, it really hurts.
special. It's special. Okay. I think we're on.
Alright.
Oh, boom!
Hey guys! Hey!
Nobody even like. Yeah. Okay. It's all good. Welcome to the Babecast, the first one ever. I don't know what I'm saying. I've never watched a podcast in my life, but enjoy. So yeah, the cover's been blown. They're all saying. We're gonna make a proper introduction. Let's be honest. That's the first thing we need to work on. An introduction. Should we just do that now? Okay. Yeah, get me. I've got a piece of paper. Introduction. Come on.
Surely we should just introduce ourselves one at a time.
Oh, well, my name's there. Your name's over there. Bosa's name's right there. But we can do it, I suppose.
What's the name?
Okay. I'm gonna blank out the names, and we're gonna say it, and then I'm gonna click it on when you say it. Okay?
Yeah, it's
You
kind
ready?
of been like
Ready?
a spoiler alert, so everyone just forget everything.
Yeah, forget
It's
everything
Jake.
you just heard.
Jake, no.
Right. Everyone, this is Jake. Look, his name's gonna pop up in 3, 2, 1. Boom! Jake got wood. You see? That's Jake got wood, guys. This woman down here is Fosa Chris. He's just a bit of a scrub. But here you go. 3, 2, 1, and there's the name. You see? And then I'm Pirate Scott, and you probably know this because you're on my flip. But anyway, I can't find my name to 3, 2, 1.
I had an idea for guests
Yeah.
as well.
Boom, name's on. For guests.
Who's the white girl? Don't call me a white dude. Yeah, if we every alternate week, we each bring a guest. So next week, maybe you'll choose a guest.
Okay.
And I'll
okay.
choose one. And Fosa chooses one. And we all get a good mix.
Okay.
What, so I could just pick a random guy off the street?
But no, 'cause
If you want to, if he's got internet
Oh,
connection.
that's fun.
No,
no,
webcam.
she could just you could just share the camera with Fosa, just sit there and do a creepy stare like Jake's doing right now, you know. He'll just be there with his head poking up in the corner, and then Fosa will just do random things like she's doing now. Oh, good.
Yeah.
But
Is
what
this
would his
like-
name be? We've got to give him a name before he's even been put on. I'd say Beppe.
Greg?
No,
Beppe.
Come on, it's gonna be Beppe.
Beppe.
She's
Is
part
it gonna
Spanish.
be foreign?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's part Spanish. She'd just say Espanol every like 5 seconds or something. Just be majestic.
What, we were like planning our...
We're planning
Our
your
first
first
guest or
guest.
something.
Your first guest.
Oh, my first guest.
Who would it be?
It has to be Spanish. I have to find someone Spanish.
like you from
Jake's like,
Liverpool,
no,
saying.
no, don't do that. It's not gonna end well. It's not. It wouldn't end well.
It'll be pretty
Wow.
bad.
Well, I'll just be like talking in Spanish with them, and you guys will just be like, yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah. Let's mute Foster and hide the camera for a second because it's like his Spanish eyebrows are just twitching there. It's not good. But anyway, one of the first questions was: are there any games that
Jake, you don't have
not
eyebrows,
questions.
you can't do that.
He's got eyebrows. He's got
Oh,
like he's got the muscles are staying enough for you to actually see the curve. So you know he's got no hairs there. He's just got eyebrow muscles. You can see the you can see the bend off when he does.
I'm like Gollum, I've just got no hair, that's the problem.
No facial
It's a
hair,
wig.
no eyebrow hair. Everything's so good. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, okay. So are there any games that you're looking forward to coming out, or anything that's coming out recently that you're like? I don't know,
Do you want to go
Um,
first, or shall I?
I'm gonna say something, but I have a feeling I'm extremely wrong because I'm not really into gaming as much as you guys. But there's
Why are you
a
here?
Dragon Quest game.
Huh?
Dragon
There's
Quest.
a Dragon
What
Quest
else?
co-op.
We haven't
game
heard of this.
coming
Me
on
and
the
Jake are like
PS4.
baffled right now.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
I'm
coming out in UK and stuff, in Europe and all that jazz, but
Okay,
you
right,
know, it looks good.
to categorize things, guys, right? I'll do this right now. I'm kind of the guy who will play any kind of game, excluding competitive games. Jake's kind of the guy who likes competitive games. He likes his MOBAs and his shooters, and what else would you say you like, Jake?
Women.
Women? No, in gaming. In game, well, you know.
I'd play anything. I'm not into like the forest and shit like that though. And
So you're not into the
But-
survivals or anything along those lines?
not really, but H1Z1's super fun.
Well, that,
And I did play
yeah.
DayZ when the standalone came out, but it's just so buggy that you can't really play it.
I'd say in terms of survival, though, H1Z1 is kind of a competitive survival.
Yeah,
I'd say that's why you enjoy it. You're more into competitive things. Right? I like stay away from that stuff because I just rage. I've got like an inner rage.
I just want to know.
Don't want to see
I
it.
just want to know if I kill someone and they've spent 45 minutes collecting shit that they're mad that I've killed them and I've told them that they're dead and I'm teabagging them.
The thing about H1Z1 is you'll either get a rager who's like fuck you man, fuck you, and then you'll get like some person who's like it's okay, and he's an absolute babe, and then you kill that guy and you feel bad for doing it. Like, I'm sorry, man.
That's exactly what happened.
and then Foster's into like anything anime, basically.
What? No, I'm not.
Also, Dragon Quest.
I'm into anything.
All these Asian cartoons.
I'm into anything that I can run.
Yeah.
Are you good at Osu, Foster?
I don't think I am. I'm like below average because it's really hard to get good at that game.
Yeah, I can't play Osu.
Everyone tells me about this guy that had to stop playing because he wasn't blinking enough and it was giving him eyeballs. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm not playing that game ever.
He wasn't blinking enough?
What if you get hooked and then you actually turn into a pirate? You know, you lose an eye. It could just
wouldn't
go
it be
bad.
both if you blink? Isn't that kind of like both your eyes?
No, I only play with one eye when I game. I'm like this.
Okay.
It's because of the games that he were playing were just so intense. Like every note came up like every millisecond, and he couldn't blink or else he'd miss it, and his eyes are just like drying out.
I've seen some, of the videos of like the top people, and it's insane.
Yeah. When games like that get competitive, it confuses me. Like there's no one to really compete with. You're just basically competing against. It's like Guitar Hero Pros or something for me. It's just the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like I was a Guitar Hero Pro, but I just played it for fun. I wouldn't play it long enough to kill myself that way.
I think the only game I'm looking forward to is like the GTA.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to GTA, but there's also GTA. Is that right? I do keep thinking it's G2A. I'm on G2A.
Man, I can't wait to play G2A.
I can't wait to play G2A and just slot machines on there, man. Right, well, anyway, is there anything you're looking forward to, Foster? You can't run anything. Let's be honest. So for you, well, you said you said Dragon Quest, didn't you?
I'm not looking for anything on the PC though. Yeah, it's on PS4 and stuff.
Alright.
Have you got any consoles?
I have an Xbox 360, but it's kind of crappy. So, yeah, it's like non-existent.
Chances
People
are,
always come in my stream and say, can I add you on PS4 or Xbox? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And they're like, why? 'Cause I don't have one.
They always want to add you on like consoles and stuff. I don't have a console. PC Master Race, man. It's what it's all about. I don't have one. Do you have one though?
I've got an Xbox but it's broken. I really wanted to make a video of me breaking it with a pickaxe, but
why specifically a pickaxe?
because I just thought it'd be cool to do like a.
If you make that video, just
pickaxe
link me
next-
it, just because I want to see you smashing the pickaxe around. No, I don't care about the Xbox.
We had this massive shed in our garden as well, which we were gonna get rid of for ages. And my mum told me that me and my brother could like demolish the shed, but eventually we had to take it down and it went to my sister. So I was pretty mad because I wanted to like
Break it
just
up,
destroy
yeah.
a giant wooden shed. It was massive as well. Like
I
probably would have killed myself.
We are pretty
I'd have probably
destructive
kicked a-
people.
I'd have probably kicked a wall and then the ceiling would have fell on my head and then I'd be dead. So that's why I imagine would have happened. So it's probably a
you
good
start
thing.
from the top. You rip the roof out first, and then you kick the walls
No,
down.
I'd have just big booted the walls.
Yeah.
Just got some big trampy
You know why they
boots and
say like women live longer than men? Have you seen the pictures for it? And it's guys doing all these
Oh,
stupid
yeah,
things.
and like
You'd be
stupid
on that. You'd be on that by
gone.
kicking.
Like a fork in a toaster and shit.
You'd be that guy in the poster. I can't really think of any games I'm looking forward to other than GTA. GTA. I'm thinking of G2A again. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to at the moment, and more likely updates from other games, really.
The Battlefield beta's been out this week. I played that. It's
Good.
okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. Yeah.
I'm not into
I'm
me
not much
shooters,
of a
but
Battlefield.
a lot of people have been saying get it. It's like beta.
Yeah. Well, it's just like free for a week. I think it's still out now.
Why are you
It's-
talking about sheds? That cosmic. Anyway, right. What is your topic, by the way? We'll start on your one. Hey.
Mine.
Yeah. What's your topic?
Mine's pretty intense though. Like mine.
Yeah, it really is.
I'll go with the lighter one.
You
what
sent
is
it
the
to me. I was like,
No, what is the correct age to teach kids about sex ed, and what was your experience with it? This is horrible.
No, to be fair for us, it was kind of like in Liverpool they're all just 30 anyway. So you're talking about it from like 10. You go when they teach it in school, it's like just hilarious. For us, it was just a funny
No,
thing,
but like,
I don't know what age you should be taught it about because kids will just talk about it anyway. I
yeah,
think.
but how old were
Yeah.
you when you first learned? Did you learn through school? Because I was like, for me, I was like year 6, and I was like, they were like, we're gonna do sex education. I'm like, what the fuck is sex?
At
Like, I was
6?
never said that. No, year 6.
Oh, I thought you said at 6. So I was
No,
like,
it's
that's a
like
bit young.
Just before you go to secondary school, they were just like, I'm gonna teach you about sex ed, and you do this with your Jimmy and her, yeah, and I'm just like, mate, I just use it to go to the toilet right now. I didn't. It was way too early for me.
That's all they use it for, to like make lines on the walls and stuff.
And,
Like, as
and when
kids
we had to like still do it in secondary school, and it was super awkward all the time in the classes. Imagine if you're like 15, Foza, don't you imagine yet? But
You're not
and
there
you just
yet.
your hormones are just everywhere. Everyone's banging each other anyway, and they're just like, yes, but do it safely. Do it safely, and they're just.
Throw condoms at your way, like make it
What
rain.
if you're a science teacher and you're like, kids, I'm gonna learn about sex, and you're just like, oh, I've got to teach, you know, like we had this person come in as well where you had to put a condom on a cucumber as well. Do you have that?
No, we had that demonstrated
We
to us.
never
We couldn't
did
do it ourselves. We had it
No,
demonstrated.
the woman did it, and then she said, does anyone want to try? I'm like, I don't want to fucking try. That's half the size of my. No, I didn't. Say
We
that.
got told it in
But,
college. That was the stupid thing. It's like they brought it back in college when we're like 18, in the second year of college. It wasn't the first year, so everyone's like 18. It's like, okay, isn't this a bit late to be telling us? And it's like, no, I've still got to come in and tell you. It's like, okay. So like, the only thing I learned from that is it flies out fast.
No, like, is there a good age? Like,
No.
there's no good age. Have you done it at school before, Foza? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Is it mega awkward, or is it just like, yeah, okay, we already knew all this.
Well, the
Everyone
first
knows.
time I watched it was like in year 4, and it was about like these little kittens, and they were like, yeah, it was really cute. And this woman was pregnant, and then it just showed like all this stuff, and I was just like, what is this? It's horrible. And then like in year 6, I was like, man, sex everywhere, I love it. and then I
Wow.
didn't really care anymore.
Like our introduction to it was like, our school's terrible anyway, but our introduction to it was just he threw on a picture, a video of a woman giving birth, and that was literally the introduction they gave us. It was like,
They're trying to scare you out.
yeah,
This is what's
don't do
happening.
this.
If you let Jimmy on top of you, 9 months later, you're gonna be passing the biggest poo out your front hole ever. Pretty much what it'd be. No, it's 'cause
biggest
my
poo
nieces,
out your
right,
front
they're,
hole.
they're a bit older than Foza, and one of them's got this card, and I'm like, she's like, oh, I've got this card from school, and I'm like, okay, what does it do? She goes, it means I can get as many condoms as I want. I'm like, what? Free? And she's like, yeah, and I asked my sister about it, I'm like, do you know about this? She's like, yeah. I'd rather be safe doing it than just fucking, you know, getting pregnant or whatever, and I was like, I guess, but she's like 15, I'm like, this is wrong, this is a bit wrong for me. So I don't think, if I have a girl, I'm gonna have to sell it or something, because I can't go through that.
I've got to ask you a question, and this is going to sound weird at first, but you know, in clubs where you're from, do they have that guy in the toilets who like
Yeah, they do.
the chewy guy and that kind of stuff? He gives you chewy, sprays you with deodorant and like that kind of stuff.
I gave one a tenner once because I was really drunk, and he sprayed like me with aftershave, and then he sprayed my crotch and said, "Go get him." And I was just, I was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, anyway, like anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, when you go like on nights out in England,
sounds
I don't know-
amazing.
well, in the men's toilets, there's this guy who stands there, and he'll like spray. He'll have like loads of aftershaves there, and you like throw a bit of money into a tub, and he'll like spray you or give you a chewy or whatever. There's no price on it. It's just literally throw him a bit of money and he'll do whatever for you. But if I was one of those kids who got the cards, I'd just get loads of those like condoms and just take them to him and be like, yeah, I'm gonna sell you all these so you can sell them to other people when they come in, so they're not paying on the machines. And you sort of then they can
True.
supply those as well. So you're supplying another supplier and you get loads of money. So business from a
Like
free
the drug
scheme.
trade.
Yeah.
It's good.
He seems awesome.
What?
It's
The
it's a
guy
bit
in the
creepy
toilets
though.
you're talking
No,
about.
it's a different person every time. So you're saying he, but you mean they. It's not the same guy in
Well-
everyone's toilet.
They have the same souls. They just swap the bodies, guys. It's spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's always like
It's always awkward though when it's at like a really busy club and you go in and the toilets are just packed. I hate using the toilet when you just like you stood in there and I'm just like fuck's sake, I just need a pee, and there's like 4 people taking up the urinals, and you can't even do the rule, guys. You know this. If there's a space, when it's not busy, right? There's always got to be a space between the urinals when you use it, right, Scott?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
You know, if there's 4 free, you don't stand next to the guy and go morning. You know, you give him some space. You know, that's why we put doors on toilets. But when it's busy, you have to like you shoulder to shoulder. You know. Some people are rubbing your shoulder with their shoulder. It just gets weird. They kiss your neck. That doesn't really happen, but anyway.
Well, you say this, but it more than likely has happened to somebody. Let's be honest. On nights out, it's gonna happen to someone.
And the guys just stood there like holding aftershave, and it's just weird.
Right? Do you have this? All the hand dryers broken when you go in there. I think that guy goes around and just smashes all the hand dryers. So he's got all the So he's got all the hand drying towel things. So you kind of have to give him a bit of money to get your hands dry. I think he just does that. He goes over and like beats them down. He's like, "You're working today." I never
thought about that.
Yeah, but he's always got the stuff to dry your hands. That guy.
True.
Yeah. And they're always broken.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna try and use it right next to him and say, "Did you do this?" I'm fucking taking money out of the jar and said, "I'm giving this to the fucking owner of the pub, mate," and then I'm just gonna keep it.
No, the owner of the pub probably didn't repair it for like the whole duration. He probably just hires that guy and goes, "Yeah, give me like 10% of whatever you're in that toilet."
Yeah, because he breaks it every time he fixes it, so he's like, "Fuck, I'm not fixing it anymore."
He gets paid to fix it. He fixes it, and then he's like, "Well, I fixed it," and then he just breaks it again. Yeah.
Well, they are always broken. Right? Oh no, the toilets you don't want to go to those toilets though. They're always in Liverpool. I don't know about where you're from. But they're all destroyed. Like overflowing toilets. It's like someone stuck a turd in the urinal. It's like, what's going on here? I don't know. It's genuinely
That's what I wanted to ask. A female like public toilet's disgusting, like males ones.
I don't actually know what men ones are like.
Right, here's what happens. A man walks in, he drops his trousers, he does a lap and just pees or whatever he needs to do, and then
he does a lap.
No, they do.
He literally like Mario Kart. It's just a big circle. He's like, "Oh, I've covered the whole floor in piss now. I'll leave."
Yeah.
And then you go in and you're like, "Is the drains blocked, mate?" He's like, "No, they just piss everywhere," and it's just disgusting. It's not hard to flush the toilet, and the worst thing that bothers me is when you see someone go to the toilet and they don't wash their hands. I'm like, "Oh, you just touched that door that I have to go out of," and I'm like, so I always like, as OCD as this is, I take a towel and I open the door with that and then put the towel in the bin.
I used to like never wash my hands, like ever, when I went to the toilet.
I hate it.
Because I was like, I'm not gonna waste my time. The public toilets.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah,
that's one thing that it's okay, but just never again.
Girls' toilets. The only thing bad with them is that sometimes, like the what's it called? The toilet paper. Like people touch it with wet hands because they don't want to like use the shit hand dryers, and they just leave it everywhere and they don't put it in the bins, and it's just like soggy pieces of like paper, and you don't know what's been on them. That's like the only bad thing.
The worst thing is when there's no like towels to dry your hands, but the hand blower is so weak. It's like and you're like, well, this is working. So you just wipe it all over. I just wipe it all over my trousers or sweats or jeans or whatever I've got, and I'm just like, yeah, there you go, dry.
There's just like one high class one. I went to Stafford once, and they've got this like one high class flipping club. And you go in there, and have you seen those ones where you just dip your hands into it? Just dip them in, and it like dries your hands from both sides while you do it.
Yeah, they're in airports.
Yeah, they're like...
Yeah, well they had those and it's like, wow,
like
I'm going here more often just for that. I love those things.
The ones where they're so powerful where your like skin just
your skin like
moves.
dips in on like wherever it's blowing out, and you just do that with your hands.
Yeah.
Like you're
So
trying
cool.
you're trying to dig down like a dog or something. That's how you're doing it. But what was the conversation about again? What was we actually?
How did we get here?
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah.
I remember. Okay, well, I'd say like a right age would be around.
I think when you hit secondary school, they should probably start it. Even though for me,
that's like early puberty.
Yeah,
or like,
that was
early
it
age.
for me.
I'd say go for that age. Like I learned it younger. I had cousins who just cousins.
I didn't like honestly. I felt like I was a protected baby. Like I didn't know anything. I'm like, you do this, and then the genitals do this. I'm like, what
and then the genitals do this.
We're machines. I thought we were some kind of like penis. Call my friend Gabo still. 14. It's a willy, that is, mate.
Uh,
So for me, it was like mega early, but I guess it's better to cover every base. Because you might get some.
just throw
people that
condoms at them and say this is what you use, like no matter what. Just
Or
Just
like
use it.
making it rain.
make it rain. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Just make it rain condoms. Just go for it. Okay.
Are we
Right,
allowed to
I think
read
we
the
covered
chat? Is
that.
it like a thing?
What?
Are we like
I think we
allowed to
can.
read the chat?
You're reading
If
chat
there's,
and
like,
responding.
really good
I'm looking at
ones.
it. I'm looking at it. If anyone says
Yeah, I
anything,
wanna-
you can mention it. Just go for it.
Yeah. Right, I think
I
that's pretty.
was just reading
on
it.
heads.
Well,
Have any of
My
you guys
topic-
got any?
What?
Yeah.
my
I
topic
was just
was
asking for a topic.
games in movies. Okay. And it sounds
Oh.
weird, but how many movies have you seen related to games? Like I can list a good few on the top of my head right now. But when you put on the spot, you can't think of any.
Spider-Man, Batman.
Spider-Man and Batman are based on games. They're based on
Oh,
comics.
based on games.
Yeah,
I thought you
based
meant
on
that
games.
had games as well.
Yeah. Resident Evil, right there.
okay.
Prince of Persia. You've got you've got the Mario TV series. You've got Pokemon. Don't forget that. You've got Silent Hill.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess that counts. Yu-Gi-Oh! As well.
Well, that's a card game. Yeah, yeah. I suppose it works. And then I say Pokemon, and she's throwing on a friggin' Pikachu hat.
Endorsed. Send us some free packs.
And yeah.
Some free
Well,
Charizard packs
I
or whatever
think-
the fuck they are.
I think most of the movies were like flops in comparison, and it's like, why didn't you stick with the stories from the games? Because the games have stories. If you
I don't know. I like the what do we call it games? Resident Evil games. Like I'm not much into playing them, but I like watching them being played. If that makes sense.
no, I mean the movies.
Yeah, but I think the movies are good as well. I like the Resident Evil movies.
I just think they get a bit bizarre further on, and nothing to do with the game. You just kind of taking the name from it. Oh, there's Street Fighter as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Street Fighter. Have you watched it?
There's been some
Yeah.
books
Yeah.
I've read on games.
There's been what?
Some books I've read on games and stuff. They have like the same type of vibe and stuff. Like I don't know if they
I've got
said
one,
there was a wizard or something, and there was like, oh, that wizard's in the game, and yeah, and stuff. That's
What
basically
about
it.
Did you guys ever? You know Halo, right? Everyone knows
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah.
They did that Forward Unto Dawn series, didn't they? What did you
Yeah,
guys think of that?
I've seen about that. All they're doing. You've got
They're
that.
doing an actual.
Go on, carry on. I'll let you go.
They're doing an actual movie, aren't they, as well?
They're doing one of World of Warcraft as well, and I'm like, that game's been out for
Wow.
so long. There's so much story on it. Where did he gonna start and where is it gonna end? Is it gonna be like sequels after
As-
sequels? What's going on with
As
that?
long as they make it so if you haven't played the games, you understand what's going on. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because then even I could enjoy it. Like the cutscenes in that game are awesome if you've ever watched them, but I don't know the context. So I was like, wow, big man fights big man, so cool, shiny, and then that's all I know. My friend Dan's like, well, you see, the ogre clan is not friends with the warriors and the barbarians. I'm like, that's great, mate, but look at that, he's got a big sword. That's all I know. So, as long as they like paraphrase everything that's happened, and then it'll be. I think that would be quite good. You know.
What about games based on actual events or movies? Like, have you ever
Oh.
played Dynasty Warriors?
Yes.
Based on a
it's
big
so bad.
Chinese. I don't know if it was a book or a Chinese war. I'm not a historian, but I know it's based on either a book or an actual war that happened. I don't know. But
Dynasty Warriors, I think is terrible. It's the same
I
as the
love
game.
that game.
Really?
I love it. I just love going around beating the crap out of all these little, like, flipping cannon fodders and then going up to
Okay,
some big
okay,
hench
right.
guy and being like, look, I'm hencher than you. You're one of the hench
Holy
guys, but
crap.
I am hencher than you. I conquered all these flipping bosses in this map. All those other guys, I don't know what they're doing, but they did nothing. It was all me.
Right. No, Scott, I'm going to explain to you my analogy of Dynasty Warriors, right? You play as a bowling ball, right? And there's millions of pins, and all you can do is tilt. And basically, you just knock over. There's like, honestly, hundreds and thousands of these fucking idiots. Like, I got a spear. Dead, dead, dead. The man's
Yeah.
just killing flies.
No, but
with
what
no
about when
wings.
you
That's
walk
all it
into
is.
that other
And
bowling
then-
ball?
Yeah, and then you beat another bowling ball that's like a ping pong ball, and you go, "Pfft," and it's dead. And then you go, oh, the general's taking the barns. And then you go to them, squish more bowling pins, kill the general at the barn, and then you go, but Ji Wang Zhongdong is taking the general's tower. And then you go there, you squish him, and then that's all it is. It's like,
If bowling
This sounds
in
like the
bowling
most
alleys was like
craziest
that,
thing.
would you want to play it more?
Well, obviously, the
It's
more
one.
pins, the
It's
better.
flipping. There you go. It's a winning. People play bowling. They like bowling. If you describe bowling like that, they'd want to play it more. That's basically Dynasty Warriors, a more addictive version of bowling in your hand.
No, because it's boring. Like
I
know
like
bowling's
it.
just
Okay, I like
over-
walking around smashing little
But you can't
cannon
lose. There's no
minions.
challenge.
I don't. I
It's
told you,
like-
I don't like competitive games. I
Like
love
in a
it.
punching bag saying, "I would. I got a punch you didn't." That was a fair fight, I think. Punching
I
bag,
think.
and then it's so bad. That's just my opinion, though. Like,
You need to play it on like the hardcore mode, or there's also multiplayer now. There's multiplayer on a certain game
there is
type.
no hard.
There is. But when you go further on, you unlock harder modes. It's like a big hardcore mode. Every time you complete it, you unlock a harder mode.
Really,
Yeah.
they look at you. They don't turn their backs.
Now, instead of turning
Oh.
away and running away whenever you hit one like guy, it's like, oh, have you noticed that they've got like so many different actions? Like you hit a guy, they'll all run away. It's like, really? I kill one guy and you're all running.
Didn't they do like a Zelda version of that game as well? It's pretty much Dynasty Warriors, but it's like you play as the Zelda characters. It's really
Hyrule
weird.
Warriors? I don't know.
Yeah, that might. I don't know if that's it, but I just remember seeing it at some point. I was like, yeah, that's so cool, and then I was like, wait, it's just Dynasty Warriors.
Honestly, I like it though. It's kind of my thing. I love just going around beating kind of other craps, and it's like
It
that.
is like
It's like
it's
that
like being a
game
god.
where you're a ball and you just got to keep rolling around to get your ball bigger and bigger. It's like that game, but instead you're just beating up a load of craps to make yourself stronger and stronger, so you can beat up more little craps. It's amazing. I love it. I don't know what that
Have you
game's
ever
called
played
though.
Super Monkey Ball. Just
Yeah.
thinking of balls.
I played a bit of it.
That is the most frustrating game ever when you get on hard levels. It's unreal.
I only played
And,
bits of
uh,
it. I enjoyed it for what I played.
Did you watch the charity speedrunner thingy they had at ADHQ, whatever it was called?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Someone
Well,
speedrunned it,
I
and
probably
my mind was blown. Like, this guy would like, I'm just gonna roll backwards and roll forwards, hit this tiny little bump, and then complete the level. And I'm like, what
Oh
the fuck?
yeah.
It
I
was
saw that.
literally insane.
He like
Speedrunners
flies
are
and just
insane at
lands
anything, though. To be
perfectly.
fair, like
And sorry.
it just, I don't even know. I was gonna say speedrunners are insane at anything, because I seen one guy complete like Zelda in like half an hour.
It's insane,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, there's things. There's like
He basically
Dark
does a
Souls,
skip to
but-
the last boss and then beats him with a stick, and you're like, what's going on? He doesn't even have a sword. He's just beating the boss with a stick. It's like, it doesn't make sense.
I always think it'd be cool to speedrun, and then I think, wait, these guys have played the same game, the same parts for like 8 hours straight a day for the last whoever, and I'm just like, it's not worth.
Well, have you seen Kevbot? Kevbot streams them, and he was
I saw the Octodad.
yesterday. He was streaming. I Want to Be the Boshi. Have you seen that game?
Is that the one where you're the little blob
Yeah.
and you jump off?
Yeah, the most stress-inducing game other than Dark Souls. Basically, yeah. And he was playing that. He was playing the same boss, but 4 hours. He told me, and he didn't complete it. He said this will probably take me like 3 days to complete this one boss, and I'm like, you are insane. I'd have given up after 10 minutes. That's speedrunner's dedication, man. You can't really knock it. They're like so that they know the stuff and the flipping. He enjoys the speedruns, and he's that kind of player. He's got the dedication to it.
I mean, it's admirable. Like, whenever I see it, I'm like, holy shit, that's insane. Like, when I see, like, a game that I used to watch or play as a kid, and you watch someone smash it in 5 minutes, you're like, well, he's a hacker or whatever. But then, I couldn't do it myself, personally.
I couldn't. What? Anyway, to get back onto the topic, what games would you like to see as movies? If you like, what games have you played and you thought, oh, that's got a good story. I like that.
Dragon Quest.
Well, there we go. I don't know what it.
I think either Halo or Gears of War. Oh,
Gears
Pick
of
one of
War will
them.
probably make a good one.
because John Travolta could be Marcus.
You've already
That's
got the
only
cast.
casting
You've got the
I can do.
cast.
And then we just need some, we just need some like hyper black man to play Coltrane. He's like, woo! He's just like typical hyped up black American football player, and he's awesome. He's like the best character.
Who's the guy from Longest Job?
And then Halo, I think it'd just be good.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Which one? This Adam Sandler.
No. Yeah, it just crashed, by the way. My internet just died and
Yeah,
it just came
same.
back on.
You're lagging.
Did you get it as well? Are you lag switching us, Jake? Can you hear me?
I'm not DDoSing no one.
You
I can hear
DDoSing us, man. Hey, it's back on anyway. What were we even saying? Oh yeah, no, the guy in Longest Yard, the big hench guy, I'd never know his name, he does the Old Spice adverts as well.
Oh, Terry. No, that's not his name.
It is Terry,
Crews
son.
the guy. I don't know. Yeah,
You know
there is
what I mean,
Final
though.
Fantasy movies, by the way. Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah,
He's
Final
in
Fantasy
White
has
Chicks
movies.
as well.
But I felt like Final Fantasy the movie just dropped me in it, and I didn't have a clue what was going on because I never played it before that. So that's one of
Yeah,
those
okay.
movies where it just
That's
drops you
fair
in there.
There was another one as well called Spirits Within. It's really weird, and I don't really like it that much.
I
but
seen
I like
that one
the
too. I didn't understand it really because I was young when I watched it. So it was like, wow, brain.
it's nothing to do with any of the games. It's just like I don't even know if like the company that makes it
So it's just kind of
actually
trying to like take
spoon
the
off the
attention.
name.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's true or not though.
Well, I haven't
Terry
played them.
Crews. There we go. That's what it was.
Yeah,
was
I knew
right.
it was Terry, son. Yeah.
I love White Chicks, by the way. He's awesome in White Chicks.
Yeah, he's a brilliant actor in anything he's been in.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I love the guy.
Once you go black, you go in a wheelchair, whatever it is. It's so good.
What about any other games that you'd think in movies? Anything?
I can't think of anything else that would be actually good.
I don't know. There's a
I've
good
got a
few
topic.
games.
I've got a good topic.
Okay, what's the topic? You're
From
reading the chat,
Alora.
aren't you? Yeah, you're reading the chat.
No, I got it from Alora like an hour ago. Oh wait, where is it? Where do you think gaming will be in 10 years?
Everyone's gonna be in like 3D universes with flipping glasses and
The babe.
I don't know.
babe,
Now that we've
all
got the
babe
thanks for the
time.
follow up, Ish. Now that we've got the what's it called?
Submariner, by the way.
Oh wait, no, it was
The
from
eye-
Jack.
the eye
sorry,
things.
I'm
The eye
sorry.
things.
I fucked up. Oh,
Oculus
God.
Rift. Now that we got like Oculus Rift and all that, and they're starting to like actually develop into something good, I think they'll come out more and more for like certain games. And you're doing a Jake right now with your eyes.
The fuck?
You just need them to be
What is
flying
that?
saucers.
Popping out. How is this possible? Oh God.
That's where
I
the
think,
bottom cap is.
So, like,
That's where you think gaming's going? Like, it's gonna be...
I
Yeah,
don't think
we're
that's
gonna
going to be
look
where
like
it's going
this.
to end up, but I think that's going to be one of the general directions. It's going to be more like physical, you get what I mean, rather than because that
motion
takes
sense
your,
stuff.
that takes your sensors right out. Have you ever used one?
The what? The Oculus,
Oculus Rift. Have you ever used one? I've had the opportunity to use one. There was a roller coaster thing that I was in, you know, a demonstration, and
Yeah.
it's going down, and you're like, oh, do you know that feeling you get in cars when you go over a bump? You get that feeling because your eyes think you're
Really?
actually doing that thing. Your eyes, it takes all the sensors away, and you put your hands in front of you, and you can't see your hands. And you're like, what's going on? I don't know. My hands are there, but they're not there. Do you know what I mean?
It sounds like it
Have
would
you
give
guys-
some people a lot of motion sickness.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Well, they fixed it. There was like a bad stutter when you move too fast with the first one, you know, the demo one, and that actually made people like vomit. It was like a big
Wow,
problem. It made
okay.
people vomit. But they fixed that in the newest one, and when that was only 720p, they're gonna put that up into 1080p, so it looks better for
The
your eyes and
babe
everything.
is babe.
Now imagine when it
all
comes
babe
up.
time.
Me personally, I think it'd be a cool thing to try, but I don't think it'd be something I want to play on. I'm happier with like a monitor in front of me and then...
Yeah, well, I think there's always going to be like the two types. I think, have you seen, there was a demo for this thing, where it was using the Oculus Rift, but then it was a big machine that you put your body into, and you basically simulate birds flying. So it makes you feel like you're flying, because it's got the wind blowing at you, it's got giant fans and everything around you, it's got this thing for your arms to flap, and as you're doing it, it's doing it in the game itself. So basically, you're a bird, just like a pigeon or something.
but
flying
In
around
10
circle.
years, I don't think we're gonna have enough for that to be in your home.
I still don't think that's gonna happen. But like, say arcades or something like that. If I went, I'd love to go to an arcade with loads of stuff like that
arcade,
and give
yeah,
it a
that
good go. Like
Maybe,
that's still
but-
considered gaming. Like even if it's in an arcade.
To me, I think just phone gaming is going to be way bigger than it is now, even though it's getting like
Oh,
bigger
the
and bigger. I
tablets
think,
and that
yeah,
kind of-
like
yeah.
all that stuff has been massive. Like, there's been Flappy Birds and like there's like millions of games you can just download for nothing on your phone.
Yeah.
And I think like that's going to be consumed way more people. Even people that don't game a lot have games on their phone, don't they?
Yeah, I've got games on my phone.
And
I
are
don't-
into it.
I game a lot, but I wouldn't really game a lot on my phone. But I've got games on there anyway, just for the odd game part of me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But I don't think it'll be much different in 10 years, to be honest. There'll be better, like you said, motion sensor stuff. But even when the Wii came out, that was revolutionary. And people like the Wii, but after you play on it for a couple of days, you're like, mate, I just want to sit down and play something. You know what I mean? Where
I know,
gamers are
I know
quite
completely what you
lazy.
mean. I think the Oculus Rift will be a good one though, because like I think they can just adapt the screen to your eyes instead. You can play with the pad if you get what I mean. So I reckon they'll do something like that. Where, like it'll just be, instead of watching the game on the screen, you'll be using the eye things more to be more in depth in the game or something. It gets you more in the zone when you're playing it. And I wasn't even I was just in a demo, and you couldn't walk straight in this demo. Basically, you had to look in a direction and then press in that direction. So I'm pressing left, and my guy's just shifting to the left over there, and it's like, I want to go turn that way. It was really awkward. The controls for it were awful, and you don't know what you're doing because you're not actually, you can't see the controls, so it's really awkward in that aspect. But I think once they actually change it all, so you can know what you're doing, like a better controller or something on your hands, I think it will be a more used thing than what it is now anyway. But tablets are definitely going to be more used. I think they're just gonna have tablet computers, like henchier than the ones we've got.
I'd hate that.
What do you think then, Foza? Where's gaming going to be in 10 years?
Well, tablets are kind of like just consuming everyone slowly, because if you go outside all the time and like go on holidays and stuff, they literally sit like eating in like a restaurant or something and play on their tablets instead of like living the moment like properly. So you just walk around with a PC and then you don't live life properly. It kind of sucks.
I think a bit more, kids are getting raised into that more though. Me and Jake might not do that as much because we weren't really raised into tablet. We like our games and that, but I don't really stick my head on the phone all the time. Whereas like I see anyone younger than me that like stuck on the phone and that. I think like people are just getting raised into it now. Like seeing that and mimicking it, and then they just do it as they go.
It's unfair to blame the kids though, because like my nephews are twins, and they both got tablets, and they're like 10.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna buy them tablets, then you know they're gonna be engulfed in it. At 10 years old, you're addicted.
That's what I'm saying. They're just getting raised into it. It's not them. They're getting raised.
I don't
into
think parents should buy tablets and stuff.
Well, if they do, they should like limit the hours. I think. I've seen it where people have limited the hours because they are good. They're like really good for educational stuff and all that. I think. Games, a lot of education should turn into games because it's more interactive. You learn better.
Yeah.
Like
I think though, you put your children at a disadvantage if you don't get them these things, because learning to use technology is like where the future's going, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it is mostly going to be technology.
Yeah. So, like, in a way, teaching someone to use a computer is a good thing because they'll be able to, you can say go on the internet and find out about this, and they can just do it and gone. When I was 10, if you told me to turn on the computer, I'd be like, right, I'll try and find the power switch first for like 10 minutes.
If you think how much gaming's developed though, like in the last few years compared to like what it used to be, because like everyone used to just think of like gaming as like old men, basements, like that kind of thing. But now they're actually thinking of it like, oh, we could use this for education, we could use this for schools and all that kind of stuff. And it's like they're thinking of it more like business-wise, more education-wise, everything. So I think game's gonna be a huge part in a lot of things in the future. I think.
I wonder.
Did you ever play Time Splitters 2?
Yeah,
what's that?
One of the best games ever.
I know, it's amazing. Did you ever go to the Tokyo City where you had to sneak behind that woman?
Yeah,
and like
it's horrible.
They had all the lights and everything. Yeah, that was the horrible level, but they had all the lights and everything. I think every city is gonna be like that, and it's gonna be like advertisement games and everything's glowing, and not in 10 years, but one day.
All I used to do on that is me and my friends used to play Flame Tag or Virus, which is basically like Tig or Tiggy Builder. When you tig someone there, like with you, and then you just keep tigging people. I never used to play the shooting games. It was just like that. It was super fun.
I loved it. I always went to Monkey or the Stone Golem in like the multiplayer with my mates and make the maps, and then just go around and beat the crap out of them. And
well, we always just said no monkeys because the monkey was so fucking small.
I loved that game. It was unfair. Though. They really need a remake of that game.
They did Time Splitters 3.
Well, it wasn't
yeah, it's never gonna live up to that.
They just need to remake Time Splitters 2 for like PC gaming. And
mate, I would just stream that all day.
Yeah, that's all I'd be playing. Some of the classics are honestly amazing games, to be fair. And then like when people have tried to copy them, just try to change things that aren't added things that aren't fun into games. Like over the years, some games are fun, but they got a bit too serious. Some games are a bit too silly to like have fun on because it's just a bit too ridiculous. But they need to get that right formula, and some of the classics have that right formula, and you need to go back to a bit of that in certain games.
Okay. Well, Foza, you're 14, right? What was your childhood gaming like? Because Because I imagine, I know we talked before, and you like play Call of Duty and stuff, or played.
Yeah.
So what before that though? What gets you into gaming? Have you
like
got
I
older
started
brothers or
off.
sisters?
No, I just started off playing Flash games because I always used to watch my dad do like work and stuff. Like if he was painting, I'd just sit there and stare at him and get really into it. And then he went onto the computer one day. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then I like went on it, and I found Flash games. I was like, "This is incredible!" And it was like the really shitty motorbike ones, and yeah. And then I found RuneScape, and I played that for like 7 years. No joke.
I played RuneScape. Did you play that, Jake?
Yeah.
We've all played RuneScape.
Anyone who didn't play RuneScape, you're like, mate, I know if you play it now, you can still play it, but it's not as good as the golden days where no one had a fucking clue what they were doing.
There was a picture.
It was amazing.
Was it you that was looking at it the other day? Posted a picture of the people fishing, and it just had like RuneScape stuff on it. Oh no, it was Matt that showed it too. There's a picture of like people fishing, and then you just put like loads of RuneScape like quotations on everyone. So it says, "What's your fishing level?" and then it says, "Looking for in-game boyfriend near real bad," and all that kind of stuff. It's just hilarious.
That was
But that was basically RuneScape. It was classic.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It went to shit when people were like, "I don't like it anymore," and then they just left. And like all of my friends were like, "It's kind of boring now," and I was like, "No, please." And then I just kind of
I remember Jake telling me he was basically one of the dicks in the game that would like wait around the PvP area and just kill everyone. It's like, that's why I always avoided the PvP area, because there's people like Jake lingering there. So Jake could have like easily killed me one of those days. When we were playing, when we were kids, you could have been that.
in the wilderness.
Yeah,
do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to run across and be like, yeah.
Steal all the stuff. No, I never used to do PvP a lot.
And then,
but,
you just hide from the border though. It's like people would be like, "Oh, come over here." When you first didn't know what it was, you go over and be like, "Okay. Why are you killing me? What's happening?" I'm confused.
No, they'd be like, team, let's kill someone together. You'd walk out and then 4 people would just jump and you're like, "You motherfucker! What have you done?" And then it was like, "Thanks for all your lobsters, mate." And it's just like, for fuck's sake.
That game got you hooked on fishing though. It's like you basically just stay in one spot doing one thing for ages just to get your levels up, and for some reason, because you're talking to everyone, you don't get bored. And I mean, you can't really do that in any game now and not get bored by just sitting in one spot. And RuneScape had some kind of magical formula where you could just stand there mining and talk to people and you'd enjoy it. You know what I mean?
It's just I guess it's because it was easy to run as well. Like if you wanted to play WoW, like you needed a semi-good computer, etc.
Yeah.
To run it. Whereas RuneScape was literally like 4 pixels per screen.
Oh no, apparently the graphics have been updated. I went back to see them and it's like, it's the exact same thing. Don't lie to me.
It's still
I still play it. I still play it every now and then. Just because there's some nice people on there and it's kind of fun.
Me and my friends played some 07 Skate. And then in the last like week or two I've just been kind of like, But it's still fun to play the old one every now and again.
I was watching you were streaming playing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I might
was
go
pretty
back
much
to
just
it.
there. Yeah.
I think everyone who sees it though thinks I might go back to it, and then some people will be like, "I'm not going back to RuneScape," and then secretly they're just in the room like, "Play for RuneScape, where's them lobsters?" Just like
gotta get them lobsters.
All about the lobsters.
Just looking at numbers, though.
Yeah.
I was always like, man, I'm gonna get this 99, and then after like 2 minutes, I'm like, nope.
You hit 7 and you're like, for fuck's sake, I've come so far. I've got 3 more levels.
Stop now. I actually got 1, but that's because I was just sitting there like, well, this is fun.
You wanna know the deepest, darkest enjoyment I ever got from that game? My brother used to play it like religiously. We only had one PC in the house. We would play like an hour each after school. We'd have to take it in turns. And sometimes I would just play, I can't be arsed, I'm going out with my friends. He would play for like 5 hours uncontested, and then I'd come back and be like, I'm level 50. I'm like, oh no, I'm so far behind. And then
all
he used a bot from one of his friends and he got banned, and I was like, this is victory.
Yeah, you've won.
I was so
you
happy.
and your brother are quite competitors though, even though it might be secretly, because he just does things and he doesn't even know about these competitions. You're just like, oh no, he's beating me on this, I've got to somehow beat him. It's like, you told me about the RuneScape, then it was on Twitter and he needs to get more followers. He's in all these secret competitions he doesn't even know about.
It's good. Competition's good though, because it makes you try harder if you've got someone to beat or someone to compete with. But it wasn't like aggressive competition where I'm like, fuck you, and when he was playing I was pulling his chair off or anything like that. It wasn't quite that bad.
Just bash his head in like, fuck you! I will get the 99 before you!
I think,
Or just
did you
like,
guys
oh,
ever... Oh, go on, I'll
need
let
to
you
eat food and then just not let him click it so he dies or something like that. It was never that bad.
Just get killed by like a level 2 man just casually walking around.
Punch him in the face.
Did you ever play or hear of a game called Tibia?
No.
Tibia, no.
Well, Tibia was around about the same time as RuneScape, and it was a download game. And that game was ruthless. I swear, everyone just hated each other on it. It's like you meet someone and they'd just be like GG Dick or like a gay bow and that kind of stuff. Because everyone on it was kids. And then there was like Brazilians who just come along and all they'd say was BR. They'd just say the words BR, and if you weren't Brazilian, they'd just walk off. And it was the weirdest.
Oh, they're from Brazil.
Yeah, and they just if you said no,
that's
they'd
kind of
literally
cool.
just walk off. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He comes over to you, walks up to you, stands. It's like Club Penguin kind of graphics. They'll just come over, stand next to you, say BR. If that happens, they'll just waddle off. What's going on? But that game, I remember I was first playing it, and you get to like. So you gotta get to like level 8 to get into this area where PvP is available for everybody. And then once you get there, everybody is just out to get you. And you can get D-leveled back into that area. So like, I instantly get like, I walked in there, I walked outside the thing. If you hit someone, you get a little red skull and anyone can hit you, you're fair game. So like, if you accidentally click someone.
What, so they could be like level 50 and attacking a level 8?
Yeah, that's how brutal that game was.
Holy
Like-
shit, they're just like spawn camping you in
Well,
like an MMO
right, they
game.
had cities inside that game, and the little guards would come out and attack you if you had a red skull. So if you tried to attack anyone, you got a skull, and that meant the guards would come out and kill you. And basically, like if you accidentally attack someone, you get the guards attacking you. You get all these people trying to attack you. Everyone would be dragging your body everywhere, trying to grab the loot, because they'd all be competing for the loot. And you'd have like a fish or something in your backpack, and they'd all be like dragging the backpack, and they'd like there was this. Say there was like, say 3 squares, and the game was all about squares. You could move in squares and like drop your stuff in a certain. You get what I mean? It was based on like squares where you moved, kind of thing. It's hard to explain, but there was like this place called the bank, and there was say a blank space in between the bank, and then another bank, and you could drop items into that blank space between the 2 banks, and people had this like bot where they drag items out of it instantly, and other people would be like trolls and they try drag items into there, like a really good item, and then drag it back out and just torment you with it, and you'd be trying to grab
So
it.
you won't be able to get it.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then other people had a bot, and then they'd stand in the bank all day, wait for someone to come over and try do it, and then just be like, yeah, I've got your stuff, Rich. I've got it all, what are you gonna do? And then they're just crying, like, give me back my stuff, and it's like, no. No. It was honestly, it was an amazing game. I loved that game. But at the same time, no. You don't want to go to it. It's the most brutal game. That's like why I'm kind of aggressive in certain games. That game raised me to be a dick to people at times. And yeah.
Just RDM everyone.
Yes.
It's all that game's fault. Do you guys have any
Yeah.
topics?
I've got none at the moment. And we've got like
I
10
have,
got a
minutes.
long
I have
list.
another
We've
one.
got 10 minutes until Jake's stream anyway. We've already went 50 minutes.
Alright,
We
I have
can go
one,
longer.
so we
I
can
don't
talk
mind.
about it.
Okay.
We can go 2 if you want.
I don't really mind. I'm not really. I'm just thinking because you usually stream about now, don't you? So people who come into the stream and be like Gmod.
They'll be like, wow, this podcast sucks, it's so boring.
It's not even Gmod. What is this?
Oh, Jake, you're playing Gmod now? I'm like, yeah, on my stream. Totally playing Gmod.
Yeah. Well,
Have you got a
what
big
other-
list of topics anyway?
Yeah, Foster's got like
a.
100 topics right now. Well, we can see in the chat if anyone's got any topics because we kind of be neglecting chat.
There's this
We
guy
can chat.
called, in the chat, Swag. I don't know if he's being
Swag
serious
shades.
or not.
Swag shades on that Jake.
Yeah, have you
Same
been
salt on the
looking at
account.
him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the same shades as Jake and everything.
They're not
Right,
quite.
watch,
but-
watch, Swag. This is the example. Do it, Jake. There you go. But yeah, any topics in the chat?
I've got one, but it's from Alora.
Go for it.
Do any of you think you'll make a game? Or would you, if you knew how to, like what game would you make?
Honestly, I think the best kind of games are the games with like random generation. Like Jake, I know he doesn't like survival games. But do you like Skyrim?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like, well, if I made a game, I'd honestly make a game where the monsters have like all different abilities, you know, like skill, not skills, but like attack moves, and they use them randomly rather than like the ones that you get the AI all the time and they're just doing the same thing. So I'd have that randomised, and I'd have the map completely randomised, and I'd have what you earn inside the map completely randomised, but your skills as well. You could earn skills from the dungeons or whatever you do, and they'd be randomised. I'd like a game just with everything randomised, and it would all be like nerdy Skyrim, nerdy stuff, and be amazing, and yeah. But I like everything in the game to be randomised completely. I've got it all in my head, so I'm not gonna like plan it out in case anyone steals my game. But like in my head, like if you heard my master plan, be like.
In short, no. 1 sec. Oh, okay, never mind. My friend James is ringing me because he's in the chat. He's just been a douchebag. Hello, James. Fucking hell. I don't think I would ever create a game. And if someone, I think it'd be cool to voice someone in a game. But that's all I would do. Like, if a company reached out to me and said, "Would you like to voice blah 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 character?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, it'd be awesome." Unless the game was total, like.
But let's be honest. Our voices, the only games what they match in anymore is like Fable. If you heard the voices.
Yeah, that's actually really like true.
Oh no! Hello, Mike.
Yeah, like all Fable accents are just like our accents basically. It's just shady English accents everywhere. That's that game. But that game was brilliant. Did you ever play the original? I love the very first one. That was one of my, what got me into like Elder Scrolls and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I loved that.
Fable was a good game, but I just got bored of it.
Well, which one did you play?
Fable 3.
That one was just like a recycle Fable 2 as well, wasn't it? Fable 2 was alright, but I don't know. Don't really know.
Fable 2 and 1 were good.
They were good.
Fable 3 wasn't that good.
I like the way you could own. Did you just go around being evil dick and just own all the houses? That's what I did in that game. It was like I bought all the houses, I was a billionaire, got like achievements for all the gold, and it's just like
I just fucked everyone.
I own this game. Wow. I like the way you had stats for STDs and everything in number 3.
Oh, did
like,
you?
Yeah, there was stats for STDs, like how many STDs
I didn't even
you
see that.
Can you be like gay as well and stuff?
Yeah, you can be whatever, like, yeah. But I just like the fact that there was a number counter for STDs. It's like, really? You just decided to throw that in there? Okay.
At least everyone obviously liked it, otherwise they would have just taken it out, but I don't know.
Don't know. But
I find it hard to play single player games now.
I kind of enjoy them. I don't really play them that much on the stream. If I play them, I play them myself, but if I play them on the stream, I just kind of feel distracted.
I didn't even say what game I'd make.
What other questions?
I'd make
anyway. See.
the other questions.
Yeah, we've got loads of topics.
I have another one. I got another one which came from someone. Let me just find their name.
Right, I'm turning my phone off, guys. I'm turning my phone off.
What'd you say? I can just see a smile at your phone every second. It's like he's saying some stuff.
They're just like trolling.
This is why you don't
so
have phones. They suck. Anyways, there's another topic and it says, "Will computers die out to tablets?"
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be like I said, they'd be on an equal level at some point. But I wouldn't say they die out. I'd say like people who aren't really into PC gaming would use tablets more often, so you'll probably see more tablets than you would PC gaming. But when it comes to consoles, I think a lot more people are changing to PC now. Like you see it a lot more often. People will have consoles and then they'll be like, you know what, I'm selling these and getting a gaming PC. So I think gaming, like serious gaming, is turning more into the PC side. Like people have consoles, but they just play it casual, you know. And then when it comes to like tablets and that, they use for everything. You can take them around anywhere. So in terms of gaming and then tablets themselves, I'd say they're more different things. You might see more serious games come onto tablets, so they might go into a more serious gaming thing, but they're more like Game Boys, if you get what I mean. Be more like Game Boys, DS's, like PSPs, on those lines.
There's like loads of new stuff coming out on PCs like every day, so it's always going to be better than the tablet because the tablet is just kind of shit and stuff. So it's...
you know Shadow, right? He's got a. It's weird. It's like a tablet, but it's got a.
Oh yeah, it's
on
another one with the
It's called the NVIDIA Shield. I just remember the name. It's called the NVIDIA Shield. You can stream from it. It's a
they like the little Razer's got one as well, aren't they? Like little handheld screen consoles,
you can stream from it as well and play the games on it and everything. And it looks strange, but I think I'd like to see them more often. I'd like one myself to be.
There's a girl called Melanie Mack on YouTube that's like a razor. She used to work for them or something. She's pretty hot anyway. So I used to watch her videos. Sorry. And she got one of these like razor screen things, and there wasn't like it didn't seem like it seemed like you may as well have a gaming laptop than one of those. I don't see how that could be better. You may as well just buy like a small gaming laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like severely cheaper, but I never looked at the price because I was like, I don't care.
Someone
I'm
in the
not
chat
interested
called
in tablets
Corin
as well.
JW just said, "Stop it, Jake. The zoomy thing is creepy."
I don't know what.
just to let you know. Just thought I'd throw that in there. I've got flipping dip dabs up to my eyeballs, man. There's so many in here. And the thing
Right,
is,
you
right,
wanna?
Go on.
I was gonna say, do you wanna jump onto a non-gaming topic?
Okay, go for it.
I know Foes
I
has
got loads.
loads.
Do you want me to give them?
Whether it's Twitch,
I'll give you the
Let's go.
ones.
Give them. Give them ones. Just say one, any random one.
There's like some serious ones. I'll just put it on Skype and we can pick one out so you can see it as well.
I can't click
There you
on
go.
subscribe.
You
Well,
can't
then
click
that's
on
your
Skype.
problem.
Jake can read them.
If I were to pick one, I'd pick what's the most embarrassing moment that you've like
After
ever
you,
had?
Foes, you go first, because me and Scott just won't shut up,
Yeah.
so we'll let you go first.
Probably when I was.
I know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
Spider? Yeah, I seen you look
Oh, no,
towards
that's
your
not
window.
embarrassing.
Oh, is that from the other day when you was like crying and stuff nearly?
Yeah.
I seen you look
That
at your
was-
window and I thought that's gonna be the spider thing because you casually looked over there. I thought, yeah. Well, go on, carry on with your embarrassing moment.
Well, it's not really embarrassing. It's like one of those ones that's like cheesy in a movie and stuff. It's like embarrassing for me to say it. I was in science and we were drawing this car, and then my crush came over and they put their face into mine, and I was like, oh god! And like my face went really red and I was sweating, and they were like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm really not.
Why did he
And I
put
was
his
like,
face into yours? Like, what was he
I
doing?
don't know. He made me really
Just like-
uncomfortable. Yeah, he was just
Like,
like, how are you doing? I was like, oh god, what are you doing? Please go away. It was really embarrassing. That's mine. It's really shit, but yeah. You guys say yours.
Do you want to go
I'm gonna
first,
go-
Jake, or me?
I've got two. I ripped my trousers open at work, or I knocked myself out at school. They're both pretty bad, I'll be honest. They're not like... I didn't quite shit myself or anything like that, but it's pretty bad. Basically, you know the science stools? I'll start with the school one first. That are just like four really thin metal legs, aren't they? With like a tiniest bit of plastic in
Yeah,
the
I know what you mean, yeah.
I was basically like rocking. It was quiet. We're just listening to the teacher talk, whatever. And I was just like slowly rocking. And normally when you rock, you get told to stop. So
Yeah.
I'm normally like, okay, I'll stop. I won't kill myself. I rocked a bit too much, and then I just went down like the fucking. I will go down with a shit. Bang! My head hits the floor, probably cracks it. I don't know. I can't remember because there's a hole in the floor. No. Anyway, I smacked my head on the floor. I wake up. I knock myself out. I wake up. There's like 10 faces leaning over me. And I just wake up and I cry. I'm like, motherfucker, why am I crying? I just had the biggest headache. And it was so bad. I stood up and like everyone was just staring at me. And I must have been like 14. And then the teacher just goes, oh, do you want to go to the first aid office? I'm like, for fuck's sake, of course I do. And he went like, you know, Jim, take him to the first aid office. I just sat there, had an ice pack on my head. I didn't really have that much of a bump either. So I was quite surprised. And then, but imagine the room was stone dead silence when I fell, and it was just
Everyone just staring at you.
it was, yeah. And I was like, the next day I'd forgotten about it, but for that whole day, everyone was like, Jake knocked himself out. What an idiot! All day. It's like, my friends were just like, yeah, don't knock yourself out about it, mate. And I was just like, fuck's sake. But luckily, like, it went over the next day.
Wow.
And then at work. Oh, wait, do you want to tell your story?
No, I was going to say, what's your other one? Because it sounded like you were ending, and then you went on to it anyway, so go for it.
Basically, like, at work, I used to do, work on a produce department at a supermarket, and the stuff comes in, like, these big green trays, like, wider than, about this wide, I know you guys can't really tell, but they're pretty wide, and, there was, like, 7 of them stacked up, and normally, if there's, like, loads stacked up, you just, like, push them with your legs, and you wait, and it's, like, the easiest way to move them. But for some reason, I thought, I know, I'll just pick up the whole 7. They weren't like mega heavy, so I pulled like from where my trousers were up, like I don't know, so it was less taut. It wasn't as tight on the crotch area, so my trousers wouldn't rip. And then I like squatted down to get to the bottom, and all I hear is, and I rip like from the the top of the crotch, all like literally almost in half. My trousers were just ripped.
Sounds
And that
majestic.
day I was like,
Wow.
I was like half an hour late for work, and I just turned around and my boss was like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Oh." And I just said, "Oh, I need to take my break." He goes, "What have you done?" And then I said, "I just ripped my trousers nearly in half." And he's like, "Really?" And he's like, I'm like, I say, "Yeah." And he goes, "Let me see." I'm like, "I'm not letting you see." I don't know what he wanted to see. And so I literally just like went upstairs, tied my hoodie around my waist, walked home, changed my trousers, and then came back to work. And I just had my head in shame all day. It was fucking horrible.
Should I go with my one now?
Wow.
Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
Well, there's two of them, but they're exactly the same situation. So, like in school, like say this isn't the infants, this isn't even seniors or anything. This is the infants. Everyone had this
infants,
phase of
swag.
pulling everyone's pants down. Right, and yeah, I swear that they just had this phase. So I did it to some kid because you know you're a kid and you just do it. And then
Didn't know any
like
boxes on.
we're playing football and I don't even like football, but I was playing football this one day and there's like loads of people around and he comes over, pulls mine down. And the boxers come down with it. And I was just standing there like in the middle of loads of people. Thinking, whoa, but the awkward thing was I couldn't really get the pants back up in like time because they were kind of tangled with the box. It was horrible. So I'm just like hanging loose. They're trying to get my pants back up and they're all like.
The first time?
That was the first time. The second time I was 21.
But how old? First time.
I don't really remember. I just remember that happened in the infants. That's about it. I don't remember the age. It was like late infants, so it was just before like whatever the high school. But then the second one, I was 21, and I was in town, and it was
21?
just I was in town, and we're just walking through town, and one of my mates is drunk, and he just does it to me, and it's like the shorts come down then, and I'm just like standing there for a sec. I don't even realise what's happening. It's freezing out there, you know. It's not giving a good impression. I'm just standing there, oh, really? I just pull them back up, but it's like right next to. Do you have those guys who do like street entertainment at night?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we got this guy who's on like the bongos, and we're near him, and like everyone stands around them, they're all drunk, and they all just start cheering. So like my pants are just being pulled down, they're all like, "Whoa!" You know, like from out, and I'm just like, okay, okay, I'll just pull these back off now. Other than that,
That's
yeah,
that's not a good thing.
no. Half the world.
It's not really your fault though, your ones, but I guess another thing that everyone
It's
does
embarrassing though.
when you call a teacher mum instead of miss. Everyone's done that.
Yeah, I've done
That
that.
one's fine. I don't really care about that. They just kind of
No,
laugh,
but-
and I kind of laugh back, and then we just carry
It's
on
when
with
the
our
teacher
lives.
just looks at you like, "What?"
How
It's
did
like
you know?
They go, miss, but one person goes, "Mom," and they're like, "You're mine." All this time. And then everyone's like, "Eh?" The whole room freezes when you just change like a few of the letters in that word, and then it's just over. The rest. Oh, I hated it. I used to do it all the time as well. I gave up. Just called everyone mum,
I've
even
done
the
it
male
like
teacher.
once or twice, but I wouldn't say it was a regular occurrence.
Someone used to do it all the time. Like, and it was normally me because I'm just stupid.
Our school, right? Did you ever have like days where you got sent home and that kind of stuff? Because obviously the weather's that bad.
Oh yeah, we had
Not
that.
very
We-
often.
like our radiators weren't working, so we had to go home.
Yeah. We got that a lot, and our ones got flooded because there was this big like. He had this door that went down to like where all the heating was, and then the water just got in there. And it's like, why put it underground in the first place? But, one day we had like loads of wind. It was like really, really windy, and he had slates on the top of our roof, and one of the slates literally came off and smacked the kid in the head, and the kid had to go to hospital and everything. And then they like sent us home, but then they called us halfway through the day and said it's fine to come back, and I was like, I'm not going back to that. I'd rather not get smashed in the face with a slate. Are you messing? But yeah, our school didn't give a crap. They once dropped in science. They dropped cancerous chemicals. Didn't go in for a day. One was kind of shady.
Wow.
They've got they had a big room full of all these like chemicals and that kind of stuff, and I was thinking, should a school really have all this if half of it's cancerous? Did you, right, I want to ask you this as well, did you have like in your school a jar with some kind of dead sheep or something in it? That kind of stuff?
Dead
With
sheep?
some-
Yeah, like some kind of pickled dead animal just like laying there in the science place.
No.
Oh,
No.
we had like a pickled dead sheep in like, well there's more than one, I don't remember what the others were, I just remember it was like a lamb, little baby lamb thing.
I don't think we did any like what's it called, dissecting or anything like that when I was at school. That
We
kind of-
I've never done that.
We never.
I've never ever done
I
that.
always wanted to try it though, like just to give it a go. I know it'd be probably pretty.
I don't think it was even allowed though. I don't think we're like you do it in America, but I don't think anyone in our country's ever been like, oh yeah, I dissected something in school. Like, do you know anybody? I don't know.
Say that
anyone.
again, sorry, I was.
Like I don't think anybody in our country is like ever dissected anything. I don't think our schools do it. It's more like an American thing,
Well,
isn't it?
They do like eyes
Our
and hearts,
school has
don't they?
done it.
Oh, do they?
Kidneys.
I didn't know that.
Our school has done it. It's just that I've never been in for the day.
Oh, see, our school never done it, but they had like dead sheep. I don't know why.
Oh, we did it with like frogs and like we saw pig liver, no lungs and stuff, and we blew into them and then they inflated and yeah.
You blew
But I wasn't
some
there,
lungs.
so I don't actually know.
Oh,
Sorry, that's so
that-
immature.
We blew some lungs.
Okay.
Man,
what
I smoke
animal
so
is
much
this again,
now.
though?
When I was at school, we cut a pig's heart and lungs. That's about it. That sounds cool. I think I'd give it a go. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, though, obviously. But
My hands get like really weak and they get like numb in the cracks and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not the only one that does this. Are you sure? Wow. Okay.
My
I
hands
feel
have
like that's
never
a
got
made
numb
up
in the.
thing.
Yeah, you might want to go see a doctor.
I always get weak in the crack, if you know what I mean.
Man, I get so weak in the crack when I see some blood.
I'm just eating
Wow.
wow. What other topics have we got anyway?
We've got. What would you spend $1 million US on? Is there a time period, or can we just do whatever we want? I'm guessing we can just do whatever we want.
Well, if we can do.
Probably.
What would you spend $1 million on?
Is it I don't get those questions. Or is it like one item, or is it anything with that $1 million?
No, you just got $1 million to spend. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Probably invest it in a strip club. and
I'd
go
get a
wild.
new
What would you
PC
call-
for once.
You can get many. You can start a business that makes PCs for people. It's so good.
Oh yeah. I could buy a Razer. Actually no,
No,
because they
no,
probably
let's be
cost more
honest.
than that.
You couldn't do that. Well, buy Jake's keyboard. That's it.
Fuck no, it's my keyboard.
No,
We
it's
need more
same
than
time.
keep
$10 to
mine.
get it.
Same time, you can copy paste his macros or whatever they are for the thing.
I'll never give up.
I want a keyboard like that one. Man's like, yeah, there we go. Showing off his keyboard. It's gotta be a regular. It's always there. It's like everyone.
Of course it's always there. I'm not gonna unplug it.
No, but I mean,
Literally
it's
get
always
like
getting
a
shown.
separate
It's like a
sleep.
flipping. It reminds me of a harmonica when you do it like that, though. Is it a harmonica? No, it's not a
I
harmonica.
can't quite squish it.
Accordion. Accordion.
That's
Harmonica's the blowy thing.
harmonicas.
Yeah.
Wow
Yeah.
guys, you just
Blowy.
got totally off topic.
We always do. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
You always do. I should be like the one that controls all of you.
Now,
Just bring all the new topics. It's easy. Because you guys are dumb.
wow. Right, you can
Let's
just be
just
nice
swap
about
ages.
it, or you can just come out and basically call us idiots. It's like, you know, thanks.
I don't mean it. Don't take it seriously.
I was thinking,
Oh wow.
well, if there was any game that you could change.
$1 million. I'm just thinking.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about it.
Well.
You didn't. You just said you buy a strip club, which is probably not true.
I wouldn't. Man's boring
What
though. I
would
just
you-
invest it. Man would all just get
I
invested.
think I would like invest like probably $750,000, and then
First
the rest
thing
I
I'd
would
do,
just pile on
type-
shit like so much.
I'd
buy a
hire
house.
someone smart who knows that kind of stuff and just be like, sort it for me. Make me rich with this money. You know, hire someone
I'd
who's
probably
into
just
like
keep
finance
it.
and that kind of thing.
I'd
just be
probably
like,
smart with it.
no, I'd say
You know what
you
I
get
mean?
like, instead of them like just ripping me off or something and making me do something stupid, I'd be like, well, the more I earn, the more you earn. I'd just be like, you know, it'd be a.
Would you not
partnership.
just take a chunk of it and just blow that shit and buy everything?
No, I would, but I'd
That's
invest.
what I would
I'd
do.
invest a lot of stuff as well, like to.
Yeah,
keep,
I'd do the same thing,
Yeah.
like. But a lot of it, I'd just be like making it rain. Even it like, if I was going to the cinema and I'd be like, oh, do you want sweet or salted popcorn? I'd be like, I want fucking both.
Why? That's not
Pick a
really
mix.
splashing out though. That's flipping
No,
popcorn.
to me that's a big deal, you know. where if I get given, they're like, Jake, do you want this or this? I'm like,
Like, if you said cars,
both.
if you said cars, you want this car or that car, I'd take both. Then yeah, you're spending your money, but
give me one in every colour of the rainbow, mate.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit.
I
With
want
a suitcase.
a mini in each colour, okay? A Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
In all the
Oh,
I'd
colours.
be
drive,
smart with my
there you go.
money. I'd like put it in the bank because I was fine without the money anyways. Like I don't need to
Yeah.
use it for anything, so I just use it whenever I feel like it. Like when I really, really, really need it.
I'll buy a house first so I'm sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first thing I do though.
Pretty much-
But after that, I
use
just
fine.
invest it and stuff and all that, yeah. Just use it wisely.
That's kind of
Yeah.
boring because most people they do the same thing. They say, right, I really want this one thing, whether it's car, computer, or whatever, or a house, and then the rest they're just like, yeah, but I'll just save the rest.
Yeah, well that's what you... Like, people would say to splash it all out. Like, you go on a good few holidays with it, like, let's be honest, you go travel a bit. But, in the end, if you just spend it all, you just spent it all. It's like, what have you got left? If you do it smartly, then you got loads of flipping money there. And
Yeah, you got even more
You'd
money
probably
than you
have-
began with. So.
You'd probably have a lot to show for it though. If you spent $1 million, I mean, you'd
Yeah,
have like
yeah,
a
you
car
would.
and a house.
If you spent it on
Like-
one night out, then you definitely have a lot to show for it. It'd be like... Probably be arrested, like the whole street, quarantined or whatever. But, yeah.
That's
Yeah, everyone would just do
$1 million
that.
though.
We're saying dollars, just like for us. What?
I'm not good
Yeah.
with money anyway, but
It's got
I still think
knocked
I
down.
would save it.
About like 65 grand. I mean, 650 grand. Like for us.
I
It's
was
like,
gonna say 65 grand.
60,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's how much dollars are worth to us. None. No, but no, it gets knocked down to like say 700 grand, 650 grand, something like that. If you said pounds, then I'd be happier.
Yeah,
Still a
pounds is
lot of money.
better than dollars, so you get more money.
Keep it a pounds, guys. Always talking pounds. It's better.
Yeah.
EU high.
Mhm.
EU better than NA. Oh, said it.
Wow.
Somebody
Is
asked
the-
earlier, like, is PC better than Xbox slash, you know?
Wow. What type of question is that?
Better than Xbox and
Xbox.
PS4.
Yeah, better than consoles, basically. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
yeah.
it is. Just yeah.
Like,
There's no
people will say,
explanation.
"Oh no, you might like the console more for like social, casual gaming." I keep burping, and I'm sorry, but you might say you might like it more for casual gaming and that kind of stuff. But let's be honest, you can do that all on PC. You can do everything you can do on consoles on PC better. You can get more games.
The
You can
only
get cheaper
reason
games.
I think console is better is the exclusives.
But you've got like what? Two.
Oh yeah,
exclusives.
like The Last of Us and stuff. That was on the
They're
PS4.
good, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't,
No,
I wouldn't
PS3.
say
But
it's better
like,
for the one exclusive that you play
Like Gears of
every
War and Halo is pretty big. What other games are just on there? Like, I think personally Call of Duty games are better on consoles as well.
Yeah, they
Like,
are.
certain games are better for consoles. But then again, if I had to choose, if you made me pick, I would choose PC every time.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh,
You can
But
multitask on
I
PC.
hate that argument because it's just so preference. Like, it doesn't matter what you say.
You can say like
Just-
you prefer like the console for certain games, but like you can also I don't know what I was gonna say there. You can say that you prefer it for certain games, but then that's like preference, like you said, for the console. That's just a few games. That's what I mean. When you're thinking of overall for the whole thing, I'd still say PC is
Another-
better in every way in terms
To
of.
build a good PC though is a lot more money.
Yeah, it's a lot more. But when you think about it in the long run, the games are cheaper, so you're
Yeah.
saving a lot of money
Yeah.
in the long run as well,
And you can upgrade it as well, which is another good thing.
rather than buy a
Right.
whole new console.
I just think if I use a controller now, it feels weird to me.
I don't mind. I
That's-
use it every now and then. Do you not use it for Isaac when you play
I kind
Isaac?
of broke mine.
I do for Isaac, but that's it.
How did you break her?
This is the remains.
What? It looks like. Okay.
Rage.
These are like the bottom bits of it. Yeah, it was rage.
Was it the
It's
spider?
like-
Was it Rage? I can't imagine you
was-
getting angry at games.
I
to be
could.
honest.
I could.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know where
Oh, I
the
guess
rest of it
You know,
is.
photos are better than me.
She looks the type though. Like there's those people who don't
Yeah,
look
I
the
am
type,
the
but you know
type.
they've got like an inner rage and you just like kill someone one day. There's
Yeah, I
those
will
people.
kill someone.
For
If
me,
I
it's
kill
like
someone,
situational. Like one day I could be getting owned 24/7, it will not bother me, and then one day I'll be doing fine, and someone will just kill me once by this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm the same to be fair.
I'm
That's
like,
why I don't like competitive
Javelin
games.
throw! Yeah! Just gone, you know.
I broke so many Game Boys on Pokemon when I was a kid because I got so angry at that game. I broke the screen and everything. Yeah, I'd like bite the screen, so you just have a big like. I had so much rage as a kid. So much.
Really? I never got mad at Pokemon.
Yeah, I got mad at Pokemon. I'd be like in the Pokemon League, you know, smashing them all, and then flipping Lance comes along and he's like, "Oh yeah, you just beat so many Pokemon.
Dragon!
Here's Dragonite!" He's like, "No, put him away." He's like, he just like does that one skill where he just throttles all your Pokemon and it just keeps overlapping. It's like you send out a new Pokemon, it's like, "Come on, Charizard." He's like, "Boom, dead in one hit." You're like, "No, Charizard." It's like I rage so much on that game. Like you wouldn't expect it as well with Pokemon of all games.
There's so many now though, like Pokemon. There's like
There's too many.
700 or
There's too
something.
many. Not ridiculous. Right, what's the
Yeah,
best?
it's like Call of Duty.
What's the
It
best?
needs to stop.
Yeah, Call of Duty is just copy paste now, though. To be, they copy paste, they change a few things, and then.
It's a reskin almost every
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
isn't it?
Well, what is the best console? No, handheld game you ever played?
Pokemon Red. The first one, the best one, yeah, that's it.
Gotta be Candy Crush for me. I'm gonna listen.
Dragon Quest.
Right, was that handheld?
Well, it's on the Nintendo as well.
Oh, so it's on both.
There's one of them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, no,
you see, Nintendo's
Dragon Quest
unfair
8
though,
is
because
on
Nintendo has like every game remade, like the old-fashioned ones for the handhelds. You get a 3DS now, it's
Yeah,
like
well-
you've got a Nintendo in your hand. Nintendo 64, you're sorted. You've remade like every game for it.
Someone just said console, handhelds, or smart devices, like smartphones and
For
stuff.
gaming or just for general use? Like, you know,
Like either like a Nintendo or a phone. Like which
Nintendo.
one's better for gaming? I
Nintendo.
don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one's really hard.
It's easily the console, like, in my opinion, it's
That
like
one's
hands
specifically
down.
for games.
Yeah.
If it's for, but that's what I
But
mean.
like
is you just
phones are
talking
pretty
about-
good as well. Like for games.
See,
Oh my
I
God,
don't,
it's
I don't really get the question. I mean, if it wasn't for games and it was just like overall, then no, anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if it's for like
Oh, well.
games, then I'd honestly say that the handheld console. Let's go for that all out. How are Nintendo still running? Oh
Yeah.
my god, right, Nintendo fanboys, I just like to put this out there, Nintendo fanboys are dedicated and hardcore, but you never hear them. Like, you get Xbox fanboys, PS4 fanboys, they're all over the place. Nintendo fanboys, like, hide in a corner. Like, you'll never hear
No,
from
they're
them.
busy actually playing their
Yeah,
console
yeah.
rather than arguing about it. Like, look how
Apparently-
big my E-dick is, I've
Yeah,
got an Xbox!
that's what
They're
I
like,
mean,
"Woohoo, Mario!"
They're like the best kind of fans. They're dedicated and they're not like shouting out everywhere and starting like debates and flipping. They're just like, oh yeah, we love our games. We're gonna play our games. We're all good. And then you get like flipping Xbox and PS4 and they're at war. And it's like, have you watched the South Park episode? It's like they're just fist fights one day. It's actually gonna happen. The two like heads of Microsoft and flipping Sony is gonna bash it out. It will happen.
I heard like a fact that Nintendo has like so much money stored that they could still be in business like till like 2025 or something like that.
The thing
So,
is, like,
It doesn't surprise me though.
Yeah.
Nintendo, I would, if I had the money, I would buy like a Wii just to play Smash Bros.
I really want a Wii U for
Just what for?
Mario Kart
Okay.
and Mario
Mario
Party.
Kart.
Mario Party's amazing. I'd like to point that out.
Yeah, Mario Party is good.
It's
But
really
I used
fun
to have a
with friends.
GameCube, and it's just like me and my brother used to sit there playing Smash Bros for hours and hours and hours and
I
hours.
had it on there as well.
Then-
It's so good.
When we get all the characters and we'd played for a while, we'd just reset and unlock all the characters again. And like Mario Kart Double Dash was awesome as well.
The
on the GameCube.
Pokeball was horrible. That and you just throw it in someone's face and then some random Pokemon pops out and just wrecks everything. No, stop it.
We used to do Final Destination, which is like flat map, and then we'd put items on high spawn, 99 lives, then put like Pokeball drops on like super high. So it'd be just like
Yeah, Pokeballs everywhere. Just throw
Spamming
Pokemon.
those
It's
Pokemon.
basically Pokemon
yeah.
in Smash Bros. Just throw them. But like, oh, that game. I don't know how the hardcore players can play that. Have you seen it? Like
Yeah, they're
they're
really good.
really like if I played one of them, I'd last like not even half a second. I'd be off. You'd probably have something where they start the game and it's instantly an attack. They're that good at it. Probably they start the game and they've already attacked before the screen's loaded. Somehow like done a speedrunner hack. You know the way they just cheat through the game. Already won. But yeah, I really want a Wii U for that kind of stuff. What console? If you could pick one of the previous consoles, you know, like the old-fashioned PS2, PS1, Any of the old-fashioned consoles, not like the new modern ones. What one would you go back to just to play the games on?
PS2.
What games for?
Dragon Quest.
You were obsessed with that. It's not like the only game you've ever played.
It's such a good game.
It's like
it's so good.
I need to give it a go. We've got to give it a go, Jake. Gotta find it, emulator, whatever. Go. But
Yeah, I cried at one of the stories. That's how good it is.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't really
always
cry
wish-
that much, so
I said it should be made into a movie as well. You
yeah.
can cry again. Is it a group moment? Bruce?
It was like a romantic
I'm doing
story.
spoilers right now. Nobody heard that. I never done spoilers. So.
Wow.
But what would you go back to, Jake?
It's hard because I like them all. Like Xbox, I used to play Halo on. GameCube, I used to play like Mario Kart, and then PlayStation, I used to play Final Fantasy on. But I'd probably choose Xbox because I played Call of Duty and Halo like so much.
I'd go back to the GameCube. Like I love.
But I do really like the GameCube
Yeah.
games as well. It's between them two, but it's so close.
Super Mario Sunshine.
I think-
Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Mario Party, Mario flipping Super Smash Bros. Like you said, it's just Time Splitters 2. I had that on there. Oh good.
Yeah.
I go back to that.
That was on GameCube.
Yeah.
I think we had it on X. No, we might have had it on GameCube.
It was on
actually.
all three. You know, the Xbox and the
Yeah.
PS2. You know, it was.
But if GameCube had online earlier, it would have been the best by far. But it didn't like have online until like the Wii, so you had to just play with whoever's in the house if you had enough controllers.
See, one day I found out that Xbox. I got an Xbox like when the Xbox 360 was out, and this is I didn't know about online console gaming for like years. Like,
Neither did I.
That was
Well,
I was in
knew
the blank
about
for
but
it.
we never had an internet.
And then one day I got the Xbox. I tried to plug my thing into it. It's like, oh, I can play online on Halo. It's like Halo 1 or whatever on the Xbox. I don't know. It's like I plugged it in. It's like you need Xbox Live. I'm like, what's Xbox Live? Then go Google it. I'm not paying to play it online. You messing? And then yeah, years later I'm playing to play it online. Paying to play. Yeah.
Wow.
I play.
Another topic. I'm loaded.
Yeah, I'm loaded. Fully loaded. All good. Go for it.
Fully loaded. My god. What is your most painful experience?
Hit by a car.
Really?
Yeah. I got hit by a
Wow.
car. Well, then people.
Was it
thought
like a proper massive hit?
Yeah,
Like,
well, I was in hospital.
really?
People thought I got hit by an ice cream truck, so I went into school and they gave me a card with an ice cream truck on it. It's like, well, if you thought I got hit by the ice cream truck, why would you put the ice cream truck on the car? Wouldn't that give me like terrors or?
No, they're like, we trapped him. He's in this car now. Burn it.
and then he was dead because like basically the situation was, my auntie gave me like literally 10p to go across the road to get a lollipop from the flipping ice cream man, and a car came speeding around the corner and hit me. Some kids had like stolen the car. He came around the corner and hit me. I go flying into the air. I don't remember any of this, by the way, other than waking up in the hospital. It's like something from a movie. This one bit I remember, waking up in the hospital, looking up at the actual people, looking down at you. And it was like for like 2 seconds, and that's all I remember from the whole situation of it, like waking back up in the hospital. That's like a movie scene for me. So weird. But yeah, what's your
Mine's
one?
probably having a stomach infection. I was like being sick for like hours and hours, for like literally like 2 or 3 hours, and I didn't know what to do. Luckily there was no blood. Like I was worried I was literally drinking water and I was just throwing it back up, and I had like just extreme like stomach pain. I rang the hospital and I asked for an ambulance. They said no, we can't give you one. This is like 2 a.m. by the way. And I'm like, I rang my mum at work, I'm like, I need to go to hospital. I rang like my best friend and he didn't answer the phone. I'm like, fuck, I'm stuck at home being sick. And I'm literally struggling to talk on the phone, I'm in that much pain. And then my friend rings me back, he goes, are you alright mate? I'm like, mate, I need to go to hospital now. He's like, okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he took me like in a half an hour, like the hospital's 30 minutes away to the hospital. And like, I couldn't believe that he actually did it, it was epic. But it was fucking horrible, having a stomach infection, it's not good.
Oh, no. What was your one?
It reminds me of like an appendix and stuff. Well, I was on my bike. I think I already explained this to you guys. But I was on my bike and I was going on this dirt track, and there was like a bump in it, and you can like jump the bump. It's like a dirt jump thing, and you.
Oh,
yeah, there's
God.
like 3.
It was
Jump
a curve.
the bump. Yeah, but it's like it's a bump, and you can go really high if you go really fast. And I was on a mountain bike, and you should probably go in a BMX. And I was being stupid, and I decided to go down there on a mountain bike. It's on video, actually, I think, if it still exists.
I couldn't imagine you doing that though. It doesn't go into my head. I've got the picture of you in a Pikachu hat and doing it as well. Like you riding over here, riding over bumps, Pikachu hats. Like Pikachu gets smacked in the face while you get smacked in the face because you just fell off your bike, you know. Poor thing. But yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I fell off my bike on one of the bumps. Like I think it was the last bump, which is kind of sad. And I fractured my arm, but I didn't know at the time. I thought it was just one of those things where they hurt really bad and they get like used to it easily. So I was like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I don't like feeling sympathy for like my injuries. So the guy was just laughing at me, who was near me. And two girls came up and they're like, are you okay? I just saw you. And I was like, I'm fine.
What?
And then I got my fractured arm and I picked the bike up. And like I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go home now and check this thing out. And then I cycled all the way home with this fractured arm. And yeah, and then I went to the hospital and my dad didn't believe me. And I was like, yeah, and there was like a crack in it, like there.
Wow, what a dick.
That reminds me of like, a school teacher told me this about her own son. Basically, it's nearly exactly the same situation as yours, but she had a kid, and he kept complaining about his leg. And it turns out he'd had a fractured leg, and she was like not believing him and thinking he wanted to stay at school. He's walking around for days with this fractured leg, and then she takes him to hospital. Then she takes him to hospital. It's like it's fractured, and she must have felt like such an arsehole.
That's what I'm always scared of. If I have kids and they tell me like, "Oh, I'm sick," because I used to tell my mum, "We should like get to fucking school."
Like,
if you can walk, you're alive. Let's go. You're gonna learn. Yeah, and then it's just
that poor kid. Illuminati. I'm
no.
Yeah, it was Jack.
You don't even. You just need to like look at your nose and you've got a triangle there. It's all good. You can put a triangle on anything. I mean, look at your V-neck thing there, which isn't really a V-neck, but. You know.
It's like the U-neck.
It was like pointed for a second. So it was like, there, he's got V-neck. It's like, look how Faust's Pikachu is. Illuminati.
Illuminati, yeah. Look at the black bits on the end.
Yeah, there's the Illuminati right there. It's like in my room, I've got pandas that got triangle ears. The Illuminati. All sorts of. You can Illuminati anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And people do. Videos everywhere.
Even a square.
Yeah, just cut it in half and there's two triangles right there.
Hmm?
There's 3 triangles in a square if you do it right.
What?
Or as many as you fucking want.
There's 4. Yeah, you can put.
You're confusing me now, guys. Don't confuse me. Genuinely, no. I'm thinking it through and I can't think of any. I can only think of slicing it in half.
Let's
I don't.
Illuminati then.
Oh, okay.
Do you believe that Illuminati exists?
I don't even know what a flippin' is half the time. It's just like some Satanist cult in the middle of America.
I
like
think
Obama.
It was some kind of like small, silly cult thing, and it was really super small. And then it's been overblown to this like, oh, it's a global group of powerful American businessmen that control the world, and it's just inflated to now it's just so big, everyone knows about it, and it's just a silly joke. And the people that probably started it don't even care. They just like do their own little thing.
You can
and
tell
they might not
people...
even be important or powerful people. But it's just.
I think they're all dead. I think.
Yeah, it's one big overblown thing.
You can tell the people who do the videos on it though, like, are all serious about it, really believing in it, and all hardcore on it, and probably like thinking everyone's Illuminati, really paranoid in their own basement.
I
like,
don't think they do. Like, if
I reckon
believe
some
there was
do.
a secret
I reckon
society,
some do.
Some of them maybe.
Some are trolls,
like,
obviously.
Yeah, the ones that I've seen are like so dumb. Like red plus red is red, and
oh, you haven't
red
seen the
red.
legit
one I
ones.
showed you.
We stumbled
Have you seen the
across a legit
monster?
one the other day.
Have you seen the Monster Energy one? It was like the logo has like a dent in it, and this has a demonic sign. And then it's like, that's not it. Just wait. And it was like twisting it around and just showing all these things, and it was like. It showed the motto of it. It has something to do with a monster biting, or I don't know, and it was like, that's like Satan or something, and she was being really serious about it. Let me try finding it.
I like the ones where they're like, oh, this is a triangle, but you don't say anything about Illuminati. You just say triangles and that kind of stuff, and then at the end you just draw like a triangle on a piece of paper and say they're just Illuminati because there's a triangle on a piece of paper. Like, they'll show you all this like really convincing kind of stuff, and then just not link any of that to the Illuminati, just say it. And then boom, piece of paper, Illuminati. It actually does exist. They went public and legit have a website, but yeah, that's not trolls. Why, if you were a secret cult, why would you make a website about being a secret cult?
Join our website.
You don't go
you need
open.
to be in the $1 million club.
Yeah.
Right to check.
You don't make a
Okay.
website about your secret cult.
I put the video in the chat if you want to see it.
Illuminati
But yeah, she
confirmed.
was
Hold
just
on, we
like-
got one on stream. Oh, look at that
Oh,
one,
what?
guys. Illuminati confirmed in the stream.
Illuminati. Oh wow, he's put a triangle in the front face. Like there's a guy down there who's actually a millionaire. You just can't see his face right now, and he's Illuminati. It's all good.
Wow.
It's like, what?
Ronald
Okay.
McDonald. He's all good.
Yeah.
man.
German.
Butchering his cows and that. Oh, have you guys seen the PETA versions of games? The PETA made their own game. You know what I mean by PETA, don't you? Like the animal organization. Animal. Let me go Google what PETA stands for, okay? I'll find this. PETA.
It's not secret anymore.
Finding this. People for ethical treatment of animals. And you just go apeshit on anything. And basically, you put McDonald's and Pokemon into the same game. And Pokemon were like bleeding and everything and getting beat up by McDonald's people. And they were saying like, oh yeah, all these Pokemon are teaching kids to like treat animals and other things like pets. And then McDonald's is killing all these cows and all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of true, but the way they went about it was just psychotic. It was just ridiculous. And then
You
basically...
gotta think, if you're gonna entertain a thought like that, you have to have some like crazy thought train to think like that.
You need to see it. You need to play the game. There's a game. It's a game. I swear down. You're playing like Pokemon, and you're fighting Ronald McDonald, and he's got like flipping chains and knives and everything in his hand, and he's a psychotic murderer who's the final boss, and you can't really beat him. But then, like halfway through the game, there'll be like a video, and it'll be of like cows getting slaughtered, and it's like, whoa, this is meant to be for kids, and then you're just showing a cow getting slaughtered now. It's like, oh, but it's kind of weird.
PETA, people eating tasty animals.
Yeah.
Delicious.
People tasting what? People eating tasty animals. That's just... yeah.
To be honest, guys, if we weren't top of the food chain, they'd be eating us. Let's be honest. So that's why I don't feel good.
I mean, like to be fair, we're not exactly top of the food chain. If you go into water and the shark mistakes you as a fish, you're dead. Like you're still.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Yeah, but that's
Submarine.
because
I'll
we're not
bomb-
accustomed to water.
Yeah.
If they were
If you
on
give me
land, they'd be
flippers,
like,
I'd
ah!
Yeah, but just elbow dropping that motherfucker. I'd probably do it in its mouth though and get my arm ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it's at. I'd probably still die. It'd be a draw if it was me. Let's be
I
honest.
mean, like, if we left the food chain, I mean, if we entered the food chain again, that would kind of suck. Imagine it. We're like
Alright,
out of it now.
This is a good question. What's the biggest size animal you think you could kill with your bare hands? Like, is it a gerbil size, a dog, like a small dog size, or like? You think like you could
Just-
kill like
Just
a
bare
bear-sized
hands,
I
just
should
bare
kill a
hands, no like
crocodile,
weapons
probably.
or nothing.
You're not allowed to make a weapon. You just your hands.
Crocodile.
You can sharpen your nails. You think you could kill a crocodile, like sized animal?
You just choke
They
it
have
out.
really,
Just-
really, really weak jaws. So you can just hold their jaws and be like, gotcha, bitch, and yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought they had
No,
really
say
strong
it is a
jaws.
crocodile. Like they're trying to kill you.
Well, if they're trying to kill me, I just go to the back of them, jump on them, grab their jaw, and just be like, yay.
That
And then
was-
just
Think
stab
it's that
their face
easy
in
to,
with
like,
my hand.
strangle a
Well, it probably isn't
crocodile.
easy,
The crocodile
obviously.
Dundee over here. Just
No, it would just like
What's going
whip
on?
its neck and you'd go, yeah!
Yeah, I
and
killed
then
my
it'd
crocodile.
It'll
Now I'll
probably
eat
just
it.
turn around like really slowly, just bite me and do the weird like twisty thing that it does.
The death roll,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I'll probably die. I take that back. I probably won't kill an
I
alligator or
think
whatever
maybe
the fuck it
a
is.
semi-sized dog I could maybe kill, if I was lucky.
I
think
don't know.
anybody
Like I
would,
think
though.
dogs kind of have the weakness of not really being able to use their legs like his legs and arms as well as we can. So I think you could kind of take any dog on if you just picked it up. 'Cause you can't, once you pick it up, it can't really do nothing other than wriggle. So you could probably take it out then. Don't know.
But you no way. If a dog is like bloodthirsty for you, you no way. I'll just pick you up, little poodle.
No, I'm not saying you'd have to pick it up, but if you grab it when it jumps at you, because it's got to jump at you, its head's got to get close to you. So if you grab its head,
It's gonna chew off your face.
no, you grab it by the neck, not its face itself.
A giraffe. I can kill a giraffe, guys.
Oh yeah, you probably could kill a giraffe. To be fair, yeah, I'm going with giraffe. That's
But
the
they're
biggest one.
they're really dangerous though.
Yeah, but you could
'Cause they can
easily
kick
break
you
its
and
neck.
shit. I'll just be like, I'm your
If you
friend,
grab one of
let
its
me
legs
climb
and keep
you."
pulling it backwards, it's gonna be mean. But if you grab one of its legs and keep pulling it,
No,
while you're
because they
running
can
back-
kick you. They have really
I feel
powerful
like
kicks.
yeah.
I don't know. I think I could take on the giraffe though. I'm gonna risk that one. If it was
No,
out there,
just
I
risk
reckon if I was the giraffe and you pulled my leg, I would just be like, "Fuck this, we're playing Jenga," and I would just
Right.
fall on you.
do they have legs like elephants? Can they kick forwards?
Yeah,
Can
do the
they?
Scott.
counter.
They can't kick
Wait,
forwards, can they? So you just push their two front legs backwards and it's fall
They,
over.
they
Face
have
first.
like stick legs and they like lift them up and like whack you out the way and
No,
they're like,
you
go
can only
away.
move the legs like slightly forwards. You can't like kick forwards, can you?
I think giraffe would be pretty OP. What if it
I
like
think they like lift up their
a
body.
Giraffe's
turned it into,
OP.
like a jousting tool and was like, "Ugh," just kills you.
I don't care if anyone said they can take on an elephant though. I'm just gonna say to them, no, you can't. No, don't even try me.
Mate, I could kill an elephant.
No, Jake, you can't take on an elephant.
I get a mouse and I'm like, woo! And it's like, ah! And then you just, I don't know.
To be fair, maybe a whale if you've done it from the inside. No, but you probably die straight
If
off.
you went inside of it.
Yeah, inside
yeah.
its mouth. And just
That's
like...
not a good plan. Let me get in your mouth.
No,
mate,
but
I'm gonna
if you don't
kill
go to
ya.
the stomach, and you're not getting digested, you're just in the mouth and then you can kind of like just eat it up until it's sore. I don't know. You're probably dying there, let's be honest, it's not gonna happen, but...
There's not gonna be enough space.
I don't know
You're
the
like,
anatomy
"Oh, I'm
and
killing
the
you."
inside of a whale. Whales are massive, what do you mean there's gonna be no space? The inside of their mouth is like a flipping room.
What water creature, like what's the largest water creature that
Whale.
you think you could kill?
Just told you, flipping
wha-
whale. I'm taking
Yeah,
on a
but like
whale.
that sucks.
Can't
How are you
just
gonna
spawn
kill
inside
that?
of it.
Just keep hitting it over
no, the
time.
animal is
Eat
trying
it
to
from
kill
the
you as
inside.
well.
It's gonna, if you get close enough to like the important parts, it's gonna be like where the acid is, like the stomach acid, and it's just gonna burn the crap out of you.
I'd eat it from the
No, but what
inside,
I'm
okay? I'd go cannibal on that. You can't really
You
go
don't
cannibal.
start. You don't spawn inside it. Like, come.
No,
Gary's
but what's
Mod,
a whale
go to
gonna
hell.
do? It's not gonna smack you. It's gonna try eat you.
Yeah, it's gonna bite you.
So you're gonna be inside it.
No.
Yeah.
You're gonna be chewed in half. Your legs are gonna be inside.
Whales don't have
It's not gonna be
teeth.
They have
Probably
no teeth.
take-
No,
the
they've got
crab.
brush teeth. Their teeth are like brushes, bristles.
So you get a wash on the way in. is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. Whales don't have teeth.
You're like a car wash.
Right.
And you're inside it.
Let me go Google
I'm
this.
So
Whale
excited.
teeth. Wait, not killer whale teeth. That's gonna flipping kill me. Let's be honest. I mean, like a genuine, like full-on whale teeth. Here we go.
What, just the ones like the ones
Big,
in-
massive whales. I'm not talking killer
Yeah.
whale. That's gonna eat me. That will kill me. It's called a killer whale for a reason. Come on. I mean, like the big, massive ones.
I don't.
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
think
this whale does not. This whale has teeth. What's the whale with brushes? Brush teeth. I'm genuinely whale brush teeth. Okay, I've heard wrong rumors. This is like the time my friend told me elephants have 8 knees. I'm hearing things wrong. I believe that. I am so
Okay,
gullible.
right.
I believe that.
I've got a good one. What is something you've been told by your parents or someone else that you believed really naively?
Elephants have 8 knees. Right there.
That's pretty bad, I've
Yeah.
got to say, but mine's probably worse. What's yours, Foza?
Mine is, my sister told me that if you put your toys in the sun and wait for a while, they come to life. And I put this giraffe, like this really toy, like small toy giraffe at
How
the
old were you,
thing.
though? Because this is really crucial.
I was like 5.
No, I mean, it's gotta
really,
be recent.
That's really
that doesn't
sweet,
count.
though, I think. But that you actually try. Well, obviously you would try.
Oh.
to get
The one that I've just recently stopped believing was the one where it's like, talking about if you stay like that, like with your face, if you pull like a bad
But the
face
wind
on and the wind changes, yeah. I totally believe that.
My mum used to say, stay like that and the wind changes and you'll be stuck. And I'm like, what? Sorry, Mum, I'm sorry. She's like, well, just behave then. I'm like, what? And now I just think, ugh, I'm so dumb for believing that. The worst one, my dad's Scottish, right? And he used to say, he goes, when I was your age, Jake, but he moved to England when he was like 10, so he's not like, fuck me, laddie. I can actually understand him. He just says like, quite and wit. It sounds really nice. Anyway, he used to tell me that haggis was a 3-legged creature that walked sideways up mountains. And he used to go kill it with spears and pop its eyes out in the morning when he used to make it for us, and I used to believe it. And I was, for literally until I was like 16. No joke. And then I was like,
Wow.
I was like, what's in haggis, man? Because I saw it in a supermarket. And she told me, I'm like, don't fucking lie, Mum. And then she told me, I'm like, what the I couldn't believe it.
Did you
I
know?
was like, And he told me, sorry, one more. He told me that he got shot, and he's got like a dimple in his stomach there, that he got shot or something. I can't remember what the story was. And then I found out later on he had his appendix removed, and that's what it is. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, Dad. I just couldn't believe it. So now he's telling all these lies to my younger brother, who's like 9 now, and I'm loving it. I'm like, yeah, they do. Honestly,
Just go along with it.
I do, mate. You've got to milk it.
Oh. Well,
It's so good.
When you were saying about the haggis creature, did you know the Isle of Man has its own kangaroos now, like miniature kangaroos?
Really?
Yeah, I swear down. They broke out of a zoo that used to be there, like a petting kind of zoo thing, and they just like mated up in the woods or something. And now they've got their own species of kangaroo that stay smaller.
That's kind of epic.
Yeah, let me see, Isle of Man kangaroo. Let me Google this as well. But that I seen it on a documentary, so I know that one's true. It's not like
Have you guys
the whale
got
brush.
any younger brothers or sisters?
I've got a younger brother,
How old is he?
16.
Oh, okay. What about you, Foza?
I got an older sister though.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you've got no one to play tricks on, because
But she has like a mental age lower than mine, so I kind of feel like, yeah. And I'm taller than her.
Oh, it's not kangaroos, it's wallabies, by the way. Like mini baby kangaroos. They've got their own species of them.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My nephews were over one day with one of their friends called Lewis, and they're always little shits when they're over. They just won't just be still. They're like cocaine-fueled rockets, basically. They're so annoying. So one day this was when I was going to the gym a lot, and I was having like my cod liver oil tablets before I left, and I was like, I just had this genius idea. I'm like, what if I told them these were sweets? So I went upstairs and I got 5. I took 2 and then swallowed it with water straight away. I'm like, oh, do you guys want a sweet? Because if you've got sweets, you know what kids are like, they just stare at you like, I want a sweet. And so I'm like, oh, do you guys want a sweet? And they all said yeah. And I gave them these like cod liver oil tablets. And straight away, without a thought, they trusted their strange Uncle Jake, put them straight in their mouth, started chewing on these cod liver oil tablets, and they were like this, ha!
Can't never wear some fresh stuff as
They
well.
just spat it all over the floor. There was just these cod liver oil tablets everywhere. Like, and then my sister was just laughing and stuff. And every time
Wow.
they come in, I'm just like, "Do you guys want some sweets?" And they're like, "No." It's whenever I have kids, I'm doing that straight away. So if anyone has younger children or brothers or sisters, just get some cod liver oil tablets and do them in. It's so good. That's like the best prank I've ever pulled on anyone. It's so good.
Right, this wasn't a prank I've done, but a friend of mine he put 2 fish in another friend's room. Like when he was staying in the student camp. 2 dead fish in another friend's room. So one was behind his pillow and under his bed, and the other was like say behind a cupboard in his room or something like that. And he found the first one because like after a week his room was absolutely stinking and he was thinking, what's going on here? So he finds the first one, right? And basically what's happening is he's finding this first one and he's like, oh, the smell's gonna like diminish over time now. And the smell's just getting worse and worse and he's like, oh, there must still be a bit of that dead fish somewhere. He doesn't realise there's a second fish inside the room. So like for 2-3 whole weeks his room is absolutely stinking. And like his roommates are like, what is that smell? And he's like, they put a dead fish in my room. He's like, he doesn't realise there's another dead fish around the room. And he didn't tell
How long
him.
did it take him to find it?
Like literally 2 weeks, because he found the first one, and then he was like, he was just thinking it was the same smell from the first fish. Like, oh, it was, yeah. I never went there.
Cruel.
I never went there, so I didn't know what it smelled like. I just got told about this, but God, it's pretty bad.
I'm just thinking about that. 'Cause do you ever have it where like, you have this thought in your head that you smell, and you're like to your friends, "Do I smell? Do you smell?" And they smell, and you're like, "No, you smell. You don't smell like anything. You smell fine." You're like, "No, I stink. I need a shower. I need to go now. I need to go home and have a shower." I just get this thing in my head sometimes. I'm like, "Do I smell?" You're like,
Do you smell, Jake? Do you?
"No, I don't smell." But sometimes you just get it in your head that you smell. I don't know what it is. Have you guys ever had that?
No. I got the feeling when I'm dirty, but that's just usually because I am like a bit dirty and stinky. Because I am. I don't like randomly think, oh, I smell right now.
I have to shower at least once a day though. Like I can't.
Everyone showers at least once a day.
Yeah,
Oh,
who
everyone.
doesn't?
Who doesn't do that? It's not like a rare thing for people to do.
No, a lot of people don't. Believe me. I'm like, if I stay at someone's house, I'm like, oh, I need to have a shower. Dude, they're like, what? And they're like, yeah, I need a shower. They're like, what? I'm like, give me a towel. I need a shower. Let's go. See, Alora gets it. Yeah, I'm like, give me a flannel, I'll dry with that thing, or just some toilet paper, whatever. I'll just dry with that. I just can't help it.
Have you ever been to a festival, by the way, Jay?
No.
You never?
No.
Why?
There's many toilet accommodation, smelling accommodation, like just not being very clean.
That's the only time I haven't had like a shower every day. It's like I just went, and then on the last day we found out there was showers. He had showers there. Didn't realise.
There's probably poo in everywhere in the shower. Let's be honest.
But no, a guy, right? We were in a tent and we woke up one morning. And this is the first thing you hear. Who took a shit in the tent? He just shouts that like really loud.
Yeah, like it's stuff like that is why I would never go to a festival.
Oh, it was hilarious though. We're just listening to this conversation in our tent, and these guys behind us is like, "No, you took a shit in the tent," and they were like, "What?" So then he's like, "I'm sorry." So he's like, "You clean it now." So they tell this guy to clean his own poo out in the tent. It's just hilarious. He's like, "I must have got like so drunk last night I didn't realise and just took a crap in the tent." Like, yeah, so bad. I think the stream.
That's what I was gonna say.
Back on.
You just like you was like I could kill a whale, and I was like, no, mate.
I was just listening to their conversation.
Yeah.
I can't kill a whale now. I realised you don't have brush teeth, so I'm not trusting that. I don't believe I can kill one now.
Well, I don't even think I could kill a three-legged haggis, to be honest. Never gonna live that down.
Yeah, whenever we find out what one of those is.
Whenever I say to my dad though, I'm like, Dad, do you remember when you used to tell me this? He goes, hey, son, hey! Starts doing like the shoulder nudge. I'm like, you think it's fucking great, don't you? And whenever I see it, I just point to him, like, look at that. And he's like, hey! Like, fucking, I hate you. But now I have to do it to my children to feel like it wasn't just me that it happened to.
Haggis is like the worst thing though. It's like, I haven't tried it.
The taste of it?
No, I haven't tried it. But I mean, the idea of it is just basically let's boil things in a sheep's stomach.
And there's some barley in it.
I'd eat it.
It tastes so good.
I would eat it.
It's better you can buy it from like some chip shops covered in batter, and it's really good. It
yeah,
just tastes like kind of tangy and spicy. It's quite good.
It's meant to be nice.
I like it anyway.
But
yeah,
the idea of
good.
it, the concept of it, like who thought of that? Let's just boil something in a sheep's stomach. Stuff it.
The thing that I don't like is black pudding.
I don't really like that. It's not just pigs.
It's like pig's blood soaked in something. I just think, mate, when you kill something for me, I want the blood taken out. I don't want you to put the blood back in. You know, just give me the chicken.
You can't eat cold chips. Haggis and cold chips, no.
Cold chips? What the heck is
No,
that?
you
I've never
don't-
tried
you
They
that.
go like cardboardy, don't they? Cold chips.
I couldn't eat cold
go
chips.
What happened to your webcam?
Whose?
Jake's.
I mean,
Is it just me? It's dead for me.
Fine.
You're dead
Wow,
to me.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Should we start like wrapping up soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do one more.
We went nearly 20 minutes over. But yeah, we can do another topic. Have you got another one for us?
Well, there's this guy who wants us to do topics all the time.
Do you know how to host this channel? Yeah, I did, Katori, but I kind of forgot, so thanks for reminding me in the end, bro.
Oh, someone asked, Swags
Good job.
Hadeson asked, what is our dream jobs? I think that was what it is. Wait, let me check it again until he kills me. What are each of your dream jobs? Yeah, it was that.
Investor.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Just invest your money.
Mine's
Oh.
to do shade adverts.
Yeah, plainly because you don't have to do anything for the job. Just damn. What does he do?
Oh, I just want to do that on adverts, that's all I want to do.
So just pop
I
up.
think mine would be a dietitian or a personal trainer. That's basically it. I think being a streamer would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be decent. And
Because it's like, it's super anything that's like quite flexible and you enjoy doing would be good.
Yeah, yeah.
So mine would be like either gym related or something gaming related.
I'd like to get the web development role. I'd like to do that.
I'd like to do streaming, but my computer is, yeah.
I noticed. Energy drink
I
made
think-
your computer better with anybody else's computer broken. That's how bad your computer made
Yep.
stronger by things that break other computers. It worked, Jake. Yes. Worked. Did it really?
What's
though?
that,
Did it-
sorry?
Basically, Fosa spilled energy drink and started a computer and it was just sloshing around the bottom for ages.
Yeah. I picked up my
Wow.
PC up one day to move it to another room, and it was just swishing around. I was like, what? And I like had like this trickle of energy drink, and it was like old, and yeah. Let's forget about that.
Fair enough.
Have you seen the spider video?
The spider
I think I
video.
showed it to him. You know the one where I saw the spider and I was like crying.
Oh yeah,
Runs,
yeah.
runs
so-
away like a really scared puppy. Them
Was-
specific sound effects.
I can't believe you were so scared of it.
I know, I'm really
I-
scared of like massive spiders.
It's weird.
Do you want to know like a horrible story? Like, I don't like spiders, but I'm not afraid of them. Basically, before I had 2 mattresses on the floors of bed, I had 1 mattress on the floors of bed. I've moved up in the world. Only by 1 mattress, but it's better than nothing. And I was just like asleep, and sometimes I sleep without a t-shirt on. You know, understandable, whatever. It's warm. And like my quilt was like halfway down my back, and my arms were like spread across my bed. And I felt something on my hand and crawl across my arms and my back, and I had no fucking clue what it was. And then I kind of turned over and I just saw a spider run across my back and down my other arm. I was like, oh. And I just went back to sleep.
No, I
kinda
can't stand
weird.
seeing or hearing anything. I'm not scared of spiders, but if I see or hear anything related to spiders before I go to sleep, I just keep getting this feeling like there's something on me, so I'm just like, itchy all over. It's horrible, man. I can't stand
I'm
it.
scared of small things going in my ears and my nose. That's why when I'm near like a massive swarm of flies or something, because on fields you always have like the tiny little flies, I always have to cover my nose and like go like that, because I don't want them going in. Yeah. It's
I don't know,
just
I do
disgusting.
this. Challenge me! And
when they go up your nose,
he's
you're just
taking us
like-
down. I use them as bullets afterwards. The worst thing is like, have you ever just been walking and a fly's going like, zzz, boom, and then just like carries on? You're like, what the? Like they can't control themselves. Like a fly's just flown into you, or you get clotheslined by a spider web and it's like 1 string and you just go. And it's like, I'm dying! You're like a ninja's
You can
attacking
feel the
You're like,
spider web forever, can't you? If you walk into a
Yeah,
spider web, you
and
feel
then
it
you
for
do it-
ages. You're like, oh, get off.
Well, imagine seeing someone from 50 feet away doing this, trying to get a spider web. You're like,
Yeah, what's he doing? The Macarena? What's
He's
going
like,
on?
you're like, yeah, and they're like, that guy's mental. Oh, it's a spider web. And then you just keep watching, like, wait, he's getting naked. No, he's just crazy. It's so bad, you're just like, it's the worst feeling. It's like ghost jizz, I always described it as.
What?
I don't know why.
That's why you
It's like
describe.
ghost jizz.
Okay. Yeah, like I
That's
once.
what people are like.
When you were talking about the like flies, though, I was standing at a bus stop and all I heard was a big ping, and then my ear got like I just felt something in my ear. But what had happened was a bee was flying down, just smacked into the glass, bounced off the glass, and went into my ear. And I was just like slapping my own ear, like, oh, get out, just panicking a bit, and then
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
it.
bees and wasps were scary because when they're near you, they make noise.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
zzz.
Well, imagine
Yeah.
that in your ear because it just bounced there. It was like, bzzz, and then I was just panicking a bit, and then it went. It wasn't even in my ear when I was smacking my ear. It went in for like a second and then left.
Oh, I saw this video where there was some kind of insect in this guy's ear. I don't know how it got there, but it was in like a pub, and it was in America, and there was like 4 people holding this guy down, and they were just like trying to tweeze this thing out of his ear, some kind of flying bug thing, and it was gross. It was honestly gross.
There's bugs that shoot up your, you know, and you go swimming.
Keyhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they hook. Not good.
When I went to China, I had to have loads of shots so none of that kind of stuff would happen, like yellow fever and stuff you get. And I went in, she's like, oh, what do you need these shots for? I'm like, going to China. She goes, good job you getting these. I'm like, oh shit, I thought I was actually going to die when I was there. I was like, oh, I'm going to die. It was so bad.
Have we got a topic anyway, or are we closing it up now?
We should probably close it off now.
Yeah. Alright guys, well, you got anything to say before I...
We're doing this every Sunday then, yeah?
Yeah, every Sunday. We'll get back to topics, we'll get more stuff to, like, say, and
Yeah.
we'll ask the chat through the week, and...
I think people have to be less butthurt about us reading the chat arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I just peek at it every now and then and see the odd thing. And that's all I've
And
really been doing.
don't just come in here so you can see us talking about your topic. Hint, person earlier trying to get angry at us not reading your
Swag.
topic.
I'll
Who
just
is
say,
that?
Swag, you're being...
Swag.
Is it
Yeah,
swag?
you were kind of.
I'm gonna stream, Swag, yeah, you can talk to me then. You can tell me how fucking ugly I am on a different stream, yeah? Cool beat.
Right, anyway guys, if you've got any more topics or anything to give us, just send us them through the week. I'll probably set up a forum
Tweet
for
them
it.
to us.
Yeah, tweet them to us, alright. I'm gonna set up, well I've already got the forum set up, but I'll set up some things for it for the podcast itself. And we'll get better at it, we'll get an actual introduction and I'll say things. And
Are we having a guest next week? Because I think that would be good.
Yeah, who's getting the guest then?
Do you want to get the first
Shall I
guest?
get the first guest? Alright, we'll do the first guest.
You, me, then Foes or something?
Yeah.
Have you got an idea now? Because then we could kind of hype it for the next week.
Not a clue.
What?
Not a clue. But
Okay.
I'll find someone.
So like, I'll ask someone for next week, and then I can let people know.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I don't really. Well, if you find out through this week while I'm finding mine, and then you can tell everyone next week who it's gonna be, and then they'll know for next week, the week after. You know what I
I'm
mean?
lucky. I don't have any pressure. I'm the last one.
Yeah, you got 2 weeks.
Maybe like every
It's not
10
really
episodes,
pressure.
every 10 episodes we could have a viewer or something, if it works out
But
well.
we could do it where like we could do one if we don't get a thingy on, where we just like add the odd viewer on, like from TeamSpeak. Say like every half an hour we just bring on a different viewer and toggle kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do that.
That would
That'll be
The
fun.
baby is
We'll do
baby.
something like that.
All babe kind.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, we're gonna head off, and we'll be back next week. Me, Jake, and I don't know, Fosa doesn't stream like it.
Yeah.
Me and Jake
I'm streaming
stream,
after this. So.
like all the time. Jake's
Yeah.
streaming now, so if you just want to go to Jake Gotwood's channel, hop over there, and we'll see you next week. I'll set up all the forum stuff.
Yeah,
and
it's been fun.
you know in the chat. Adios. Mwah.